might clear land, but I want to get the hell out of here.
Oh, God, it's moving right towards you. Move, get out of there. Moving towards you, move. Dad, move, Dad. Move, Dad, get out. Oh, no, not that way, the other way, God.
Hello, sci-fi fans. This is Brian Lee, and welcome to the first ever R-rated Sci-Fi commentary. We are the sister channel to the R-rated horror commentary, hosted by Josh James. I first came to Josh after I heard that he was making a commentary channel. I myself am a huge cinephile. I love movies. I love talking about movies. And I asked him right away, hey, can I be part of this? Like, I would love to do this. And then after a few times of recording with him, I came to him with this idea, hey, why don't we make another genre, make it like sci-fi or action or something. At first he was hesitant, but like after a little while, he's just like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. So he's letting me take the reins and run my own channel just so we can get more movies pumped out in a short period of time. We can go back and forth between he and I, and we'll have crossover episodes with sci-fi horror, which is what tonight's episode is. And tonight's episode is Alien. In deep space, the crew of the commercial starship Nostromo is awakened from their cryosleep capsules halfway through their journey home to investigate a distress call from an alien vessel. The terror begins when the crew encounters a nest of eggs inside the alien ship. An organism from inside an egg leaps out and attaches itself to one of the crew, causing him to fall into a coma. Hello, sci-fi fans. This is Brian Lee, and this is the first ever episode of R-rated Sci-Fi commentary. Today's guests, we have Josh James.
What's up, fuckers?
And my very own brother, James.
Hi, friends.
And for the first episode, we wanted to start off with a bang, so we started with one of the best sci-fi movies, in my opinion, Alien.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it probably seems like we're kind of jumping on the Alien bandwagon because Covenant just came out. But actually, it just makes sense to do this movie because what we're doing is we're crossing over the R-rated horror commentary podcast with this new venture, which is the R-rated Sci-Fi commentary podcast. And, you know, Alien is just as much a horror movie as it is a sci-fi movie. It just straddles that line perfectly. And so it just seemed like a good movie to pick to bridge the gap between the two channels and get you guys on your feet. And it's just an awesome movie with tons of trivia and a lot going on in it. So it just made sense to pick this one. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I guess we're just gonna go ahead and get started then.
You want to just jump into it?
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. We are watching the theatrical version. Came out in 1979. We're right at the 20th Century Fox, and we're gonna play in 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, kick that shit.
All right, here we go.
Yeah. The old classic 20th Century Fox logo.
Before any of that CGI stuff.
Isn't it weird to not have that in front of Star Wars movies anymore?
Yeah, definitely.
It's kind of symbolic.
So we have about 6 minutes worth of talking to do because there is no dialogue in this movie for the first 6 minutes.
Oh, that's cool. We can get ramped up. We can get rolling, you know. Kind of get a little bit to get into my... I got to get my commentary hat on, yeah. But, you know, one thing I remember... Well, I was rewatching this last night with the director's commentary and stuff, and it had Sigourney Weaver on there. But they were talking about the initial title screen with the, you know, where the digital alien's name comes up. And I guess they had an original concept that was like just chunks of meat or something, and they decided to go against it because it was like too graphic or something. And
on the nose.
Yeah, somebody in the production crew or something came up with an idea to do this digital thing, which I think is really cool. How it's just like little pieces of the puzzle coming up, and
it just adds to that Alien. It's everything about this just works with the space alien and it being alien to the people, and even the words themselves becoming alien until you finally realize, oh my gosh, it's the alien title.
Fucking classic Jerry Goldsmith score, man. He's kind of like the poor man's, what do you call it? Fucking Star Wars composer. John Williams.
John Williams.
Can't believe I couldn't remember that. I was fucking getting old. But anyway, yeah, so, you know, this movie, just the way it opens, you know, it's just fucking, it takes its time, you know?
It is the slowest burn, but it's such a good burn.
Oh, totally, dude. I mean, it's well worth the wait, you know? Like, this is just a film, you know?
Yeah.
It's not just a shitty popcorn movie.
Like, the alien doesn't even come around till like an hour into the film.
Oh, dude, it's got like 4 minutes of screen time.
Yeah.
But it pays off so well, you know?
The crazy thing about this is like Ridley Scott's second movie. He did The Duelist before this in, I think, 1977. And then he did this movie. And that just pretty much, like, shot his career onto the stratosphere.
Yeah, this is fucking brilliant for somebody just right out of the gate, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's just... I don't know, it's just like a perfect mashup of, like, creative talent that made this what it was, you know? Like...
And all these... This is like a model. This is not like a CGI or animation. This is... Someone crafted this ship right here that we're seeing.
Oh, yeah, dude. It's fucking great.
It's just... amazing craftsmanship. You don't really see that anymore.
Nope.
Everything's CGI.
I mean, they were able to make the ships in Rogue One. I fucking don't like that movie at all, but the ships looked great. They almost looked like models in that movie.
And I love these interiors too, because it just looks dirty. It looks like a dirty like oil rig or something.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
very visceral spaces, dude.
I mean, these guys are miners. So everything's just popping with texture.
Yeah. It's a visual feast.
It really is. You know.
A little white here in the main area. I think there'd be like stains of something, but you know, the down below is definitely like where the dirt and grime is, and it just looks perfect.
Yeah, you know, it's like they took that whole premise of like the Star Wars world being like lived in, and they just like ratcheted it up to 1,000. You know, and it's cool. I like the contrast with the white spaces with the dirty spaces, like because they might have different spaces in that mining ship that are like. You know, this space has to be very sterile. This space is just a general living quarters space, or whatever.
Yeah.
It is funny though that there's a lot of like just regular old TV monitors,
like 70s tube monitors.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, and now, as going back to Star Wars too, what other things were going on during this time period as far as sci-fi and horror goes? We had like the
2001: Space Odyssey,
right?
Yeah.
And Friday the 13th came out in the late 70s. Right?
Oh, you mean just
just like what do we have to compare to at this point? I mean,
oh yeah,
when it
what was
comes to
its
horror.
competitors in terms of its like peer group for movies?
Star Wars, of course.
Yeah, obviously Star Wars. Yeah.
79. So sci-fi was just getting its foothold, you know, in the world of cinema. I feel like so. That's great. They were talking about how he actually took a projector and put it in front of that helmet and projected the image onto the front of the helmet and filmed it to get that look. And it looks fucking awesome,
Yeah,
dude.
it does.
And so many people try and replicate it and it just looks dumb.
Yeah.
It's such a simple effect, and now it would be all CGI'd on there and shit.
Yeah.
But look at the way those lights come on, dude. It's fucking great. you
And
know?
I know in the newest video game, the Alien Isolation game, they try and replicate the very 70s look of all the technology, which I love.
Oh, yeah.
And actually, these symbols on the door right here, they actually mean something. I'm not sure exactly what
That's
each symbol means.
the Purina Puppy Chow logo. That's where they keep the dog food.
Well, if you want to be kind of symbolic, yeah, that is where the food is.
Yeah, right? See? Ridley was thinking ahead. I like the little slumber chamber in here, man. They're all like wearing their space diapers and shit.
Well, I think if I remember, like Ridley said that he wanted them to be naked, but
Yeah.
if they were naked, the rating would of course go up.
Yeah.
So he's like
They had
space
to,
diapers.
They had to throw the gaffing tape over the nipples of the females in this scene to get it passed, apparently.
Though I think they're all out of shot anyway. It's all the guys up front.
Yeah. I guess maybe when they get out of their racks or whatever.
Oh, I see it over on the right there. There's
Yeah.
Sigourney with the
Yeah.
little strip there.
It's just white tape. That's all it is.
Fifth Element inspiration.
Yeah.
It's like, what's the point of having that on there in a practical, reason? And in the context of the story, it makes no sense. It's like, you got to keep those nipples tethered, or something.
Yeah.
I don't know what, but
Here's the real question: why is Ash in the sleeping chamber? Yeah, a spoiler for anybody who hasn't seen it. He's a
Yeah.
robot.
no, he's not a robot.
Oh,
He's a what do you call it? Android.
Android. I mean,
Difference.
Oh, of course.
C-3PO is a robot,
Okay,
right?
my mistake, guys. I'm sorry.
Jeez.
He's a robot that's
Newbie.
referred to as a droid, though.
Yeah. I don't know. They do fuck around with the nomenclature a little bit. But yeah, it was like, why would he need to be in stasis? But isn't he kind of like... I never could remember if they knew that he was like an android from the beginning, or did they
don't-
find out later
yeah,
on?
I think they found because the one guy Parker, he's just like he's a goddamn robot. Mm-hmm. But then we get movies like Prometheus, and then it shows the robot is awake while everyone else is asleep, so it just kind of breaks the continuity. And it was by Scott, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. You know, I think they just wanted to in this one probably have it be part of the mystery
Yeah, part of the surprise.
of the story. Yeah, so I love they have a cat on there though.
Yeah. So most of this dialogue is totally improvised by the actors.
Yeah, dude, that was brilliant to let them sort of because they wanted them to have. Apparently, I think they like all really spent a lot of time together to kind of get that real vibe that they all had been together for a long time or
Yeah.
knew each other or something.
Months at a time. Years even.
Yeah, just the little quirks that you get with people when you spend too much time with them. Like you get irritated with each other and you just have a language, you know. But these scenes are what make this movie real special. Is that it has very like well thought out, well expressed character interactions and dialogues
absolutely.
and whatnot.
Yeah, nobody on here is Jason Bourne.
Yeah.
These are all everymen.
Yeah,
they're working stiff, blue collar people.
Exactly. Yeah, they just happen to be in space, you know.
And even Ripley, she is the strong lead, but she is not like military trained, and she is not prepared for combat, especially against an alien.
Well, she becomes a strong lead when she has to, because she's
Yeah.
the next in command, but she's not. And it's nice that they show that's a character arc in the movie, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. I would love to have that coat. He's got the Nostromo coat.
Oh yeah,
that would be so good.
That would be a great like cosplay coat or whatever.
And this is totally 2001 inspired.
Oh, yeah,
room right
dude.
here.
But it's great that it's so different than everything else because it gives a character, you know. It's just
Yeah.
like these fucking Christmas lights or whatever.
Yeah, like, what purpose do they serve?
Dude, I would so love to experience this movie on the big screen and really know what it feels like to take it in a cinematic way, you know? Like, this flat screen's not bad, but I'm talking about a movie theater, you know, where it's really high def and just you get sucked into the world, you know?
Yeah, it's... So, 2037. Alright. And we wrote down something here.
This movie was the budget was 11 mil and it grossed 182,900,000.
Nice.
So 183 mil, and that's pretty badass for a relatively low budget.
And they
or-
doubled they doubled it to that after they saw like the storyboards too. So nice storyboards can get a movie a little extra cash.
Yeah, it really talks about that in the commentary. He talks about how he, doing storyboards is so important to visualizing a movie, and that when he presented it to the film company, like it really sold them on the visuals. So yeah, they were actually able to get more money to do this. Which, fucking brilliant, man. That's the power of art. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
A little commentary on social level here. He's allowed to smoke in the middle of a controlled environment.
Oh yeah.
They would never allow that on the International Space Station.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Do you think that they actually do have that, but Kane is just the kind of guy who's like, I don't care. I'm just gonna smoke here.
It's possible.
I think
yeah.
when you're out in space for long periods of time like that, and you're just isolated on your own, it's like you just get to do whatever the fuck you do.
Who's gonna tell him no, right?
Right. I mean, you can't even smoke on planes anymore.
Yeah, that's just the sign of the times, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean,
everybody's a fucking tobacco Nazi, but
Well, it makes me wonder what other vice would have been allowed on the ship that we don't see.
yeah.
Sex.
Well, there was originally supposed to be a sex scene between Ripley and the captain Dallas, and they never filmed it because I guess they had their reasons. But
That would have drifted a little into slasher camp.
Yeah,
think.
maybe they just thought it wasn't really relevant to the story, and they had too much footage already. So
in the previous scene, they did mention that they were in Zeta 2 I can't even pronounce this right. Reta Chuli. It is a real system that's actually 39 light years away.
Oh, really?
And a lot of sci-fi is based around that in that time period. Even a guy who was abducted by aliens said he was abducted by aliens from Zeta 2. So
nice.
I'm sure that went into consideration when this film was being written, of course.
Oh yeah. Well, they really thought this out so well.
Yeah.
I mean, they really put a lot of thought into every nook and cranny of this movie, which is why is a testament to why it's so good. I mean, nowadays they just rush everything to production and they rush through scripts, and the movies suck because they don't have the heart and soul, the creativeness behind.
There's no character.
Yeah. Look at John Hurt, man. Even when he was in his 30s, he looked like an old fart. Dude.
But he still looks young, but he looks old too. It's like a weird hybrid.
R.I.P. John Hurt. Man.
Oh yeah,
he was a good one.
And it's interesting. He's the first one to die in this movie. Spoiler alert.
Oh yeah.
And he's the first one to die out of all these actors. Too.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Fucking Dildo Baggins there's still alive. Scarrett's still alive. I'm sure he'll be in Top Gun too. I can't believe that fucking Harry. What's his name? Fucking
Dean Stanton.
Dean Stanton's still alive. Jesus,
Yeah, he was
that fucking chain smoking fool. I thought he had died like years ago. And he's still working and shit too.
Yeah, what was? I think he was in one of the Avengers movies. I think he was in the first Avengers movie.
He's just one of those fucking weird dudes who just pops up in so many movies. Like Dick, he's kind of like a Dick Miller type, He just gets cast in like whatever he wants because he's just a fucking badass. Right?
Wait, is that the guy who was Durant in Darkman?
No.
Okay.
No. I forget that guy's name. But yeah.
Love those CGI graphics of the late 70s.
The late 70s, yep.
Is that the Death Star?
Might as well be. Use the Force, Luke, right?
Hey, can you pull up the counter on the movie?
Alright, how do I do that? There's that. How do I do that? Is that info?
Let's see.
Display, maybe?
Keep talking.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it is interesting to see the difference in perceived sci-fi over the years too, like what we imagine our spaceships would have looked like 100 years from now.
Right, the
in
envisioning of the
1970.
future kind of
Yeah.
thing. Like they couldn't, they envisioned all this shit. They couldn't envision a flat screen TV though.
Yeah. And
Maybe it's just too expensive.
Yeah.
And even the practicality of having windows on a ship, like
Weakens the hull.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just interesting to, but I mean, like the texture.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the texture
I
on
know.
those booster
You can feel
rockets.
like you just touch it, but I mean, I have to give the new Alien movie credit for like having some really great concept design and like effects for like the internals, like the dashboards and the lights and all that are like really cool.
I actually have not seen the new Covenant movie.
Yeah, it's not bad, dude, but it definitely is not. Even though it's Ridley Scott, it's just not. It's almost like a reboot of this movie in a way.
Yeah.
I won't get into detail because I know it's a new movie and not a lot of people have seen it. I just kind of felt like, it was fine. I enjoyed it, but it's just not a fucking masterful work of art like this movie was. And
From what I understand, Ridley Scott wants to make another Prometheus movie that bridges the gap.
yeah, I think he's got 2 more in the pipeline
Oh, okay.
to bridge the gap between this movie and his Prometheus movie. So,
But that was the thing about the Prometheus movies that I didn't like, is that it ruins all the mystery behind the space jockey and this ship that they're exploring. There is nothing scarier than what your own imagination can make up.
Yeah.
yeah, that's true. I don't want to have everything explained away, man. They kind of like. I really have the same opinions about what they're doing with the Star Wars franchise too. It's just like they're just milking it to death because they think that fans want it and then they deliver it and it's just not what fans want.
Yeah, you can never get to that expectation.
Yeah, it kind of feels like it just should be left alone,
Yeah.
I like the side note here on the practicality and the functionality of this ship. They had like a notepad next to the next to the CGI over there of like notes for them, and I like the social distortion cover on this side there.
Yeah, that's cool. And I know that they purposely made this landing like they really wanted it to be like a rocky landing because he was like up till that point it was like ships always just landed so perfect and graceful and everything. And they're like, fuck it, let's give this some a dimension of reality where it's just like when you're landing in a plane, even in turbulence, it can be really rocky.
Yeah.
So they wanted to have it be a fucked up landing or whatever, which is cool.
You gotta imagine this as a tow truck. They're driving a tow truck.
Basically, yeah.
And it's a space tow truck, and it's not graceful. It's meant to move a large piece of equipment across space.
There is nothing about that ship that looks graceful.
No. It's so clunky, dude. I love like the fucking literally like a string of Christmas lights underneath it. They're all uneven and shit.
Yeah, and it just needs like bumper stickers on the back or something like that just to complete it.
Still, just beautiful fucking ship designs and stuff, though.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, it's just so believable.
Apparently, these models were really big too. Like we think of them being like, you know, I don't know, like the size of like
your lap or
a
something.
shoebox or something, but they're like gigantic.
Huge.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
It's not a very effective seatbelt. That guy went flying. They apparently don't have a 5-point harness system in the future.
Well, you got to think these ships are meant to go like near light speed, so you'd be thanking God you didn't liquefy when it suddenly stopped.
This movie is just so dense with atmosphere, and that was like really a big.
It's so dense.
I like it's just real. I mean, they really made an effort to make this very atmospheric movie on purpose because that was just Ridley's vision for it, and it's just so important to the narrative of the movie. You know, it's like a smoky haunted house or something. You know,
It's part
or
of
foggy graveyard or something.
yeah.
And you got your J.J. Abrams lens flares going on right now.
Yeah,
so it actually makes sense now instead of on a brightly lit Starfleet Academy ship.
When developing horror, you want to be able to relate to the people. You want to be like one of the crew members. You can believe this actually exists.
Absolutely, dude.
And if you think something actually exists, it makes the horror that much scarier.
Yep.
And these are all flawed characters. There's nothing like really outstanding about them. There's probably people back on Earth that are like, you know, trained military men and big corporate bigwigs. These are just regular people. Regular people just doing
they
their
have
job.
personalities, man. You know.
And that's what makes the best horror video games too. Like you think about Dead Space. That guy was just an engineer.
Yep.
I mean, definitely inspired by Alien.
Oh yeah, that was that's one of my favorite video game series. Definitely inspired by Alien and like The Thing, which is another movie I'd like to do in the future coming up.
Oh yeah, dude, The Thing. Fuck yeah. Fucking Carpenter's classic, The Thing, dude. It's awesome. So much to talk about with that one too. I mean, the creature design in that is fucking insane.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
And of course, for those who aren't familiar, John Carpenter, this was his heyday as well, the late 70s.
Yep.
Yeah.
Horror, sci-fi.
He was, what movie was he doing at this time? Carpenter.
Well, it was
Escape from New York?
probably Halloween 2. I think he was forced to write Halloween 2. He did not want to do that movie.
And Escape from New York was definitely around this time too, right?
Oh yeah, that movie is so bad, dude.
Yeah.
It's so bad. I still enjoy it, but it just like doesn't hold up at all.
No.
Not like this movie doesn't not even close. But
Well, that's the thing. John Carpenter had some like real hit or misses
oh yeah, he had a few duds
throughout
in
his
there for
entire
sure.
career. Like consistently, there will be some really great ones, and then just
Same thing with Ridley Scott, dude. I mean, he had some flunkies too. You know, I think it's just, you know, who knows what they were going through in their life or what the circumstances were surrounding the script and how the movie. Because it's not just the director that makes a movie really great.
Right.
I mean, they could have had a lot of studio interference that fucked with the movie.
Then you get Alien 3.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I mean, that speaks to the quality of production during this time period versus nowadays, where it's like you have to turn out a hit or else you're done.
Right. Right.
Unfortunately. So this is some interesting character pieces with Ash here. He's just like, is this like an error in his programming? Like, what makes him want to do that little jitter thing?
I think he was trying to. I think it was a deceptive sort of thing to, because he's only he's 2/3 human being, and a third android or whatever. I don't know. That's how they described it. But he he's still trying to be, I think, incognito.
Okay.
So he's just trying to like get sweaty
Okay.
and stuff, you know, to I think fit in. That's just a theory I've heard, but
Yeah.
I mean, this movie is very moist. Everybody's sweating. There's water everywhere. There's KY jelly everywhere.
I love these containment suit designs because they're big and clunky, and they're like underwater diver type
And
things.
they were so big and clunky, they made the actors pass out regularly.
Oh yeah, dude. They didn't
had
have
to-
any.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say they didn't have any way to get fresh air into them, so they would fog up and they would get all claustrophobic and shit, and they would literally just pass out from probably breathing in their own carbon monoxide.
Yeah, they had to have like EMTs on the ready just in case one
Yeah,
of them.
that's why you see it.
out.
They're very foggy. Like they're very. There's a lot of condensed moisture on the inside. You'll see in some of these scenes because they literally were breathing in their own, exhale or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's a nice. It gives it character, the suit's character, or whatever. But
Yeah.
I mean, you look at what was the newest Tron movie, and it was like what $100,000 for one of their outfits because of the way the LEDs worked on it and everything, and then they probably spent maybe $500-$600
yeah,
on these suits to make them work.
I love these two guys. They're like my favorite characters, and they're just like complete assholes.
yeah.
And I'd imagine them like playing poker down here and just like drinking beers and talking about their sexual conquest with each other. Mm-hmm. And like they're like on the bottom of the totem pole when it comes to like control of this ship.
Totally.
Yeah.
Great shot with the steam coming
Oh,
off
yeah.
in between them and stuff, and
Yeah.
he's like fucking with her. Apparently, like he was asked to actually really annoy Sigourney Weaver, like behind the scenes, to kind of actually add to their
Oh, the method.
yeah, to add to their sort of chafing in the movie. But
Yeah, and I think it was Ridley who told him to do that, and afterwards he's like, I really regret it because I really like Sigourney. She's such a nice person.
oh yeah, dude, I wouldn't want to get on Sigourney's bad side. Just of like 1 in a million chance I might be able to get in that. You know what I'm saying?
Especially during this time period.
Yeah.
And
sure, dude.
Sigourney's the primary antagonist in the new Defenders coming out. So
Really?
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
still getting work. I'm so happy that she's still doing shit.
Yeah.
I mean that's formidable because she's competing against Kingpin with D'Onofrio.
D'Onofrio?
Yeah, the Vincent.
D'Onofrio, yeah.
Vincent D'Onofrio?
Gomer Pyle.
Private Pile. I am in hell.
Uh-oh. Does she speak binary?
So apparently,
They got
like
Chuck All-Star in
Ridley
the future.
Scott said that he knew that Sigourney was like the one when the moment she walked on set. He was talking about with her. It's really interesting. If you get a chance, definitely watch that director's commentary because Ridley Scott and Sigourney Weaver have a conversation about her auditioning process and stuff. And he says when you meet all these different actors, and he's like, when you see the one, you just know right away, like they're the one. And he wanted her immediately, and of course she had to audition and jump through some hoops, but it all worked out in the end. And I guess she was up against Meryl Streep or something.
Oh wow, that would have been interesting.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I want to point out difference in cinematography. Now we got shaky cam.
Yep.
All of a sudden.
Yeah.
Actually, all done by Ridley Scott himself.
Yeah, I mean, that's fucking really cool that, he just had to get it exactly right,
Yep. Another interesting thing, I think I remember reading that Lambert's, the other female, had it in her mind that she was going to be Ripley until they got to like the first day of shooting. It's like, oh no, you're Lambert, and she's just like, oh.
That would be a serious bummer, dude. These are great. So Ridley was talking about these weird shots that look like they're almost like on a VHS recorder.
Oh, that's such a
They
good
couldn't
shot
figure
right
out how to do the
so
shots
nice.
because the sets and stuff were like really kind of cheesy looking.
there. Yeah.
And so he asked somebody on the crew if they had a tape recorder, basically like an old VHS recorder. And they went home and got it, and he filmed these scenes with a VHS, a camcorder basically, and then projected it, and then filmed it with a 35 millimeter. And that's how you get these shots right here with all the fucked up pulls in the tape and stuff, and like
It works.
that's so cool. I never knew that. It's like so ingenious, like you can see the little dots of the TV screen and shit.
Yeah. All
But,
the little pixels.
Yeah.
Especially on this Blu-ray copy that we're watching.
It looks great. It's almost like found footage or something.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that chair is so beat up. So much texture.
What has Ash been doing in that chair? Oh, even that shot right there. Looks great.
Yeah.
Looks fantastic. Holds
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, it's so good.
This is like nearly 40-year-old movie. Mm-hmm. And, so good looking.
Yeah, dude. This movie does not. I mean, other than the little TV monitors kind of being
Yeah, the
low
CRTs.
lo-fi for the time. For nowadays, everything else looks great. The models and all the the sweeping broad shots and all that, wide shots and everything.
It is just something you cannot replicate with CGI.
No.
Like a model looks real.
Yeah.
Because it is real.
I even like sometimes in movies, these old 80s movies and stuff that have like paintings for like in certain spots, like matte paintings, and they look like paintings. They look really like realistic paintings, but you could tell there's a little something off about it. Like there's a lot of that in Spielberg and Lucas movies and stuff, but I love that look, man. And it's just something that you'll never get again in modern cinema. You know, they don't do it anymore.
Now we're totally getting into the H.R. Giger.
The
art
Geeks
right here. It's like a all organic, very sexual ribs, and they actually had to tell Giger to tone down the sexualness of his artwork just because they would never be able to fly.
Too many penises.
a lot of cocks, a lot of vaginas.
Yeah,
but it gives it that there's something that they're the essence of people. You know, that you're tapped into your sexuality. That gives you that sort of like pleasurable, but like uncomfortable, the uneasiness, and that's what a big part of why this movie is so great, because it lets you ride that edge of like, you know, that sort of uneasy sexual sort of imagery and stuff.
Absolutely.
I have the weirdest boner.
Yeah, it's like you're turned on by it, but disgusted at the same time. You know?
You're just like, oh, filthy.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Lots of dripping KY jelly. I mean, come on. You know?
It's like that story you just told us about Ron Jeremy shaking your hand. You want to take a shower right after.
Oh, God, yeah. It's like you're infatuated because you know he's the hedgehog and he's got that big wiener and shit and all the stuff he's done with it, and then you meet him and you're like, ew. Grody.
This just looks so good.
Just so much grime.
You know, interesting tidbit was that for a lot of those big shots where you see that the guys in the suits was actually like children in the suits.
Yeah, 2 of them were Ridley's kids.
Yeah, just to make the scale even more.
Because this set is 27 feet tall.
It's fucking badass. Wow. So he actually had to like really fight to keep the scene in there because it was so much.
And it was only in one scene, but someone else said it's your Cecil B. DeMille shot.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's epic.
Oh, it's so good.
It's such a good shot.
Yeah. And it's so weird, like I like this fucking jockey better than the ones they came up with in Prometheus, you know, like they look different if you look at it.
Well, I believe it's because he's supposed to be like there for 1,000 years, so he's mummified, but he's like fused to the seat.
Maybe he just decayed more or something.
Yeah, he's just like their skeletal structure is different than our own, but very similar at the same time.
Yeah,
it's such an iconic moment.
Yeah,
it's great. They use so many real things, like, I don't know, like, just very organic sort of materials in a lot of these scenes, like cow stomach.
Yeah, oysters and...
Yeah, just slimy, nasty things, you know?
And that just increases the uncomfortableness, because most people don't want that in their movies. They don't want to see that.
Intestines and shit.
Yeah. But...
And from an environmental standpoint, how hard was that to keep flies off of this for the shot?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it was. I didn't even think about that. That's a good point. But they said they would have that shit delivered by the buckets like every morning.
And they had to like repaint everything too because of like the I forget. I think it was the moisture of the set, which is like make the paint run.
Yeah.
And it's just they had to repaint it every day. Oh, that would have just been the worst.
Yeah, I wonder like if this was just one of those things, one of those movies that was just like totally awful to work on.
Yeah.
Or was it just like completely amazing experience? You know, like it seems like they really were put through the paces on this, and like, you know, it was a real challenge. You know.
Oh, what a great transition.
Yeah. Such a good movie. So there was supposed to be like a shot in here, I think in the director's cut, where Ash was doing more just weird things, and they cut out just so people were just like, why is he doing that? Why is he doing this?
Yeah.
Because they wanted the surprise of him being a cyborg, or android, excuse me.
Android, it's Android, okay? Jesus Christ,
a little bit more surprising.
Call yourself a nerd.
They also dubbed the ship the Croissants just because it looks like
yeah.
a
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, that big boomerang shape. That's such a the croissant. It makes. I mean, that's such a great design too, though. It's like, that's such a unique design for a spaceship.
Yeah, it's once again just very alien looking. It's nothing.
Yeah.
It's like something we would never consider to be a spaceship. So here's an interesting thing about these lasers that he's about to walk into.
Oh yeah.
These blue lasers are from The Who.
Yeah.
They had like a concert nearby, and they were able to get these lasers from their show.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's just one of those great things about filmmaking, that it's like a happy sort of happenstance that they
And
that
the
added
Who,
that in.
the Who in general was like cutting edge when it came to technology. They were like one of the first ones to use synthesizers on stage.
Yeah.
And like laser light show type stuff. So that's awesome that they had that coincidence.
Man, they
there.
should have like edited in like, "Who are you?" Like right when the alien comes out, like, "Dan, who are you?" And the fucking alien comes out and shit.
That's so bad.
I really wanna know.
The Pinball Wizard. It has who was it? It was Elton John and those like huge shoes or whatever. He's the alien that's wandering around the ship.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just sang on your podcast. That was a big mistake. Might have to edit that out.
No, that's going in. It's going in.
But those blue lasers look fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah.
It's the scenes would not be the same without him. It just adds that little extra texture to it
Yeah.
and color.
And you got to think too about the time period. Of course, this is like late 70s. Not many people have seen lasers like that. And they're just like, wow, how'd they do that? And that's pretty cool
Yeah,
looking.
it's so easy to forget that this was the 70s, dude.
Yeah.
And they were making this in like what, 77, 78?
Yeah.
Probably 78, early, a year or two, year and a half or something. But this shit was fucking groundbreaking stuff for 70s, man.
Yeah.
I mean, can you think of a modern movie, sci-fi movie that has this much detail and love and TLC put into every little detail of it?
Nah, not really.
Not in any like a real way that wasn't like generated by a fucking silicon chip,
Yeah.
And I want to point the egg reminded me the tagline for this movie was, "In space, no one can hear you scream."
Yeah.
And like that was hard sci-fi. Like you look at like sci-fi fantasy, like
I love that so
That
much.
is Ridley Scott's hands.
Yeah, it just looks so cool.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
they couldn't even replicate that for Covenant. Sorry, that was a little spoiler, but the eggs didn't even look that good compared to these. Are still fucking amazing. Look at the texture and that little
so
jiggle.
insane.
It's just like oh man, there's something bad going on inside that thing.
And at that point, I'd be like, fuck this. I'm gone.
Oh yeah.
oh yeah, I'm just gonna look inside now. Hold on a second.
Those were controlled by hydraulics too, and he said that those would rip your fingers off if you like touched them when they were going off.
It's so gross. It's like
This
it's very sexual too. It's like
these are animal parts again for all the
Yeah.
sinew inside.
yeah, fucking great, man.
It's so good. And just dead silent right after that, and just pan out.
Because you look at the sci-fi fantasy of Star Wars, and like how it's fantasy, it's sci-fi fantasy. This is science fiction. Like this is something that adheres to real physics.
Yeah.
And like that whole idea of like realism to it.
Yeah.
Even though it is kind of a fantastic concept, you're still like grounded in that reality.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
There's a lot of relatable aspects of the movie, just, I don't know, and then the way the characters are kind of built up and what their jobs are, and you believe that it's a place that you could be in,
Like you go in scenarios in your head, like what would you do? How would you react? What would you do differently than what these guys would do?
Yeah.
This isn't one of those things or one of these movies where you're just like, that was a stupid choice. Mm-hmm. Besides the guy, of course, looking in, hey, there's a face hugger in there, but everything else that happens in this movie is just like, yeah, I'd probably do that. Yeah, I'd probably do that too.
Look at all that, those particles and stuff. It's just somebody was like, we need to have like particles of ash blowing in or something, and like,
Get the intern in here to shred some stuff so we can blow it at these guys.
Again, it's just like Ridley's. Why do I keep saying Ripley? Because
It's Ripley?
There she
I
is.
keep confusing Ridley and Ripley. God damn it.
I bet that happened on set a lot.
Fucking senior moment. But no, it's part of Ripley's obsession with the atmosphere of the movie being essential to the, the texture and the feel of the movie, making it have that sort of real presence,
And I'm going to keep bringing back to video games. That's something that's really taken a great turn in video games too, is adding particle effects,
The little
like
details
that.
like
Yeah,
that.
to
Yeah.
get to jump over that uncanny valley of it's so clean over here,
Yeah.
and to purposefully put in those elements.
So a scene from the director's cut that was taken out right before this scene is Lambert comes in and totally like slaps Ripley across the face. And you're like, why didn't you let us in? What were you thinking? And Ripley's just like, I'm doing my job. That's an alien life form. We have no idea what it is, but
Jesus Christ.
I love how he's just getting totally like face raped by a fucking giant bug. I guess the original design for that didn't it have like fingers, actual human fingers on it, but they redesigned it.
It's much creepier now.
yeah.
I think
It's like one of those sand crabs or whatever, like
The desert scorpions,
yeah,
or
sand spiders,
camel spiders.
camel spiders,
camel
that's
spider.
what-
Yeah,
just those super long legs.
I think the writer actually came up with the final design for that himself because they really wanted to have this creature be a prominent thing in the movie, and like the art department wasn't really getting on the ball in terms of designing it, and so he took it upon himself to kind of come up with the final design.
Yeah.
And working from Giger's original designs and kind of lifting it off and doing his own thing, making it a little bit more fleshed out. And I guess they were gonna make it like a lizard green or something originally.
Yeah.
And they're like, when they just look at the prototype with the latex, they're like, it looks way better just
That sickly
flesh
yellow.
toned.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean the face hugger is iconic, dude.
Yeah.
Because you just imagine that being on your fucking face.
It puts you in a coma and like rapes your face. Pretty much.
It just shoves it down your fucking throat, man.
And that was like the whole thing about this movie was like that was the overlying theme was about sexual assault and rape.
Yeah. Very sexual movie.
Yeah, of course.
And it's not over quick.
No. I think in like the latest movie, like the face hugger does it in like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's just like there's no tension build up.
Spoiler!
So, oh no, spoilers!
Don't ruin it for the fans that haven't seen it yet.
I'm probably like gonna be a little late, and the movie's probably out of theaters by now. But
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure there's already like anybody listening to this probably already disgruntled fan.
just like son of a bitch.
And I love these guys are minors. I just want to keep reiterating it. They are minors,
Yeah.
and they are approaching this in such a scientific way.
Yeah.
Because science is important.
Well, I kind of get the feeling that they're just doing the best they can with the resources they have, because they're just like, this is like a really fucked up situation for people of this training to deal with, and like,
Sure, you gotta have some type of like basic training, but there's no training for this.
yeah. I mean, they don't know what the fuck's going on. I mean, this is unprecedented ground here, basically, right? That's why they fuck up right here, basically.
And here comes the first introduction of acid blood.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
Fucking great, dude. What a great concept.
Apparently, this was talked on the set, and someone asked, "Why don't they just shoot it?" And it's just like someone I don't remember exactly who. Someone in the crew was just like, "He's got acid blood," and everyone's just like, "That's brilliant. Let's do it."
Yeah, that was a smart move, because
Just so
it just adds another dimension of like
another layer of horror. That's
danger.
a containment
Danger,
suit.
yeah.
That thing just went through a containment suit.
Yeah. Nothing can stop it. That's why they're like, oh shit, we gotta catch this or there's gonna be a hole in the ship real soon.
Yeah. Which happens in the fourth movie. The hole in the ship, that's like iconic death scene. They wanted to do it in this movie, but technology wasn't where it needed to be.
Decompressing a whole cabin for that wasn't there in the 70s.
No, you couldn't do that.
I love the typography. It just says storage lockers in the background.
Yeah. Just normal shit,
It's just real. It's
Yeah.
realistic. This could totally happen.
Yeah. Totally.
Totally.
There are stenciled things everywhere.
James is a graphic designer for people who don't know that.
I wanted to gush over the typography at the beginning.
He
but-
kind of gets off on it.
the alien typography.
That's
was
part of
so
being
good.
artist, dude. It's never ending. And, We got 3 artists on this commentary, which is great because
Yes.
we are able to look at it through a creative lens and understand it,
I just want to say it's great to know that Hawaii is still in business with tourist shirts. For,
Oh, yeah. Maybe he just works, through the winter months, so he can go back and just sit on the beach in Hawaii, sip like lava flows and like bang hookers and shit.
As soon as I'm done with my cycle, I'm sipping kamikazes.
Oh,
on
yeah,
Honolulu.
There's people that actually live that way. They work like 7 months out of the year really hardcore, and then they just go off to Thailand and bang hookers for 3 months.
I mean, you can tell though because he's wearing long sleeves underneath. He's clearly accustomed to a warmer climate.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
He's totally just doing this so he can relax in a hammock on the beach.
Yep.
And we're ruining it for him.
Yeah.
He probably takes Parker with him. Just like, let's go, Parker.
Do you think are those space beers?
Beers?
The cans are drinking like beers, man.
Oh, I didn't catch those. Oh, they're definitely drinking.
Space beer.
They're either drinking or smoking weed down there.
Yeah.
if they're not drinking space beers, they figured out how to make space moonshine.
It's like condensating off
Yeah.
the alcohol based fuel that they have or something like that.
Yeah, right. I'm surprised they didn't have these any of these characters taking space dumps at any time. Just to add more to the.
Just like a scene where
visceral
someone's
fuel.
taking a dump and he wipes their ass or something. Yeah, that's something you don't see in here is bendy bathrooms, but
Yeah.
kind of the lower deck looks like a bathroom. So
Yeah, looks like this is kind of shit, but looks like you could just take a shit anywhere.
Oh man, that hallway though, lifted when you go to Universal Studios, they used to have that Hollywood tour.
Yeah.
And they had that hallway scene with Ripley, and that hallway was it
Oh,
right there.
sweet.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, it was animatronics, but it was real. It's almost like they took the set and just dropped it off.
Great. That's so cool. Maybe
Yeah.
they built it off the original schematics or something.
Yeah.
I noticed this last night when I rewatched it was, you think of Alien and in your mind, and you think it's just this really dark, monotone movie. It's not. It's actually very colorful. There's a lot of color in the shots, blues and complementary colors.
some-
The
Some
whites
oranges and-
everywhere.
white is everywhere. And I think that contrasts with the very black alien.
Yeah.
And that's not being racist. That the alien is solid
You
black.
racist. Well, it's got to be black.
And it just goes to show it's like a reverse metamorphosis because it starts off with a color and then it gets this dark blackness at the
Yeah.
end.
But there is a lot of color in these movies, even in the dark scenes. Where they're throwing in that laser beams of blue, and you would feel that even more in a big giant theater screen.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I didn't really even think of because I always saw Alien being so dark, and it is dark. But I'm just saying there is a lot of color thrown in the mix too.
Yeah, I think in Alien 3, directed by David Finch, he had lots of oranges. It was a very orange movie.
Yeah, I do
I
remember
really
that.
liked that one.
Yeah. There's the people who love Alien 3 and the people who absolutely despise Alien 3.
Well, because it's such a slutty movie compared to this movie, which is a brilliant film.
Yeah.
And they just hoard out the franchise. They just turned them into action movies.
But that's what Finch is good for. Look at Fight Club. You compare Fight Club to the book, and it's there's a different tone entirely.
Yeah.
You just know they're just how can we ratchet this shit up? And they're let's get an action director in here, and there'll be aliens everywhere, and there'll be a lot of gunplay. It's just kind of they just went the cheap route. They didn't want to put any thought into it, but it just keeps this movie in a special place if you think about it. And I like shitty action movies too, but I don't respect it the way I respect this movie.
Yeah.
Right.
This movie took me out to dinner, first date dinner.
Did a little face rape.
Yeah. I mean, it really seduced me before it totally fucked me. So. And then it called me the next day,
He's like, hey, you want to hang out?
and we're still friends.
Yeah.
And then we can compare this again to Star Wars. Star Wars
Yeah.
was a science fantasy action movie, and this is a sci-fi horror movie.
Yeah.
And so the pacing is different. The stakes are totally different. There's no galaxy to save here.
No.
We're just saving 5-6 people on a ship that are out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Interesting you say that. The outside of the U.S., I believe the Norwegian title of this film is The Eighth Passenger. It's because
nice.
they didn't have an accurate translation of Alien.
I like that name though. That's good.
And it was like the eighth passenger, subtitled Death. And every movie that came out, they would try and play on that same title. So like the next one was called Planet Death.
They could have called it like The Stowaway or something.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's cool. I mean, I think a lot of foreign countries always come up with these weird titles for our movies because they just don't have a translation for what, certain titles that we come up with or whatever. But especially like Japanese and stuff, like they have really literal translations of things.
Yeah.
But
those doors.
Here's another super tense scene.
Oh yeah.
They just like, where's the facehugger? Where's it at?
Great, dude. I mean, I would be terrified, dude.
Yeah.
That thing's got legs.
Yeah.
I would be, dude. I remember like my grandparents used to fucking babysit me and my sister a lot when we were really young because my mom was going through nursing school, and my uncle lived at home still with my grandparents, and he had a pet tarantula, and it got loose in the house. No. So I remember like laying in bed and like just imagining that feeling. I just felt a spider crawling on me like every 5 seconds, and of course it never was there, but I knew it was somewhere lurking in the house.
Yeah.
And this always reminds me of that because it has that same. It gives me that same the willies, like you're just anticipating it to jump out at you at any second,
It's one single shot right here.
Oh yeah, it's so fucking cool.
And the sci-fi cleanliness that's going on right now too. Where like there's no legs for that bed. It's just out there.
And it's just silent. There's no music. The tension just keeps ramping up. It's a masterpiece. Masterpiece scene right now.
I guess they really fucked with Jerry Goldsmith's score, and I guess he was really pissed about it. Because he did a lot of work for this movie, and they didn't use a lot of it because there's a lot of silence in the movie.
Yeah. But I think that makes the movie better.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it's all about what makes the project better. But it's just like I can understand where he's coming from, where you like put your heart and soul into a script. Not a script, but a fucking score, and it just gets like wiped out of the movie. But
I'm sure he still got his paycheck though.
Oh yeah.
And can we also appreciate why the lens flares work in this movie compared to J.J. Abrams?
It's not just random.
I think it worked in those Star Trek movies. Oh man,
son of a bitch.
I think it worked in. Oh look, it's got fingernails and everything. I think it worked in. Those the Star Trek movies that Abrams did, but he just overused it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He just wore it out. That was the problem.
Oh my god, I'm so creeped out by this.
Yeah, the thing is fucking disgusting, dude. Can you imagine that thing like suckered right on your fucking face?
Yeah. Oh. So for the dead facehugger, it was made of shellfish, 4 oysters, and a sheep kidney.
Yeah.
Blah.
Makes me want to have raw oysters, man.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, let's get some lemon.
I can kind of see the oyster. You can see it right there.
I didn't even recognize it as an oyster until I read that.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, it is an oyster, isn't it?
Look at that.
Blah.
It's like something from the deep sea.
Oh, dude, they totally could have just like casted some shit in latex, but they didn't. They got some real shit,
I think that just adds another layer of, reality to it.
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh, nice reference to zombies.
And the fact that he pokes it and the legs like twitch.
Yeah, like he would a spider or something,
Yeah, and he's just like it's a reflex, and I'm just like, that's brilliant. I love it.
I just can't get over how like young she is, man.
She's so young.
The wardrobe should be commended here too, because they're wearing uniforms. They've all got the same like kind of green undershirt, like lighter.
There's a little something 70s about it, but or like early 80s, a little bit of like datedness to it, but it doesn't bother me at all. I actually like that.
There is a little bit of I think a little bit sexual tension here in this scene between the two of them.
Yeah, they probably were building it up because they were supposed to have a fuck scene, but they just cut it out of the movie.
There's a little bit of a romance.
And
there.
again, we're getting some subtle shaky cam going on here. This is how you're supposed to do shaky cam, by the way.
Yeah, it's just
not the super vibration.
It's just kind of like rough handheld.
Yeah.
Loose handheld stuff. It's not like fucking Avengers.
It's not going to give you a headache if you're watching in the theater.
Yeah, that was one thing I didn't like about Civil War, man. It's like that opening sequence with so much shaky cam. And I just remember turning to my girlfriend and being like, "Oh my god, like, make it stop!" You know?
It's like a substitution for fight choreography.
Yeah.
It's so frustrating sometimes.
And like the quick edits, or it's like 15 edits in like 2 seconds. It frustrates. I think like when Birdman came out.
Oh, that was so brilliant, dude.
I had no idea it was a single shot movie.
Yeah.
And I was watching this first scene. I was like, "Wow, this is a single shot."
And then it kept going.
And I was like, "It's been 20 minutes. It's been a single shot."
That movie was so good, and like the score with the drums, and
Yeah.
just like, I love that movie. Something original, you know what I mean?
Yeah. When there's a movie that can capture a scene in a single shot, it's amazing. When an entire movie is a single shot, it's a masterpiece. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it is.
And
really,
clever
really
the
cool.
way that they hid the cut.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So what's going on in the movie?
I'm sorry, back to the movie.
Back to
Just to get caught up, like they come back to the ship, and she's like, "I can't let you in, you'll contaminate it." And then the black dude lets him in anyway.
No, it's Ash that lets him
Ash
in.
lets him back in the ship anyway because he's got
kind of a subtle hint that he wants the alien on.
Yeah, he's mandated by command to follow through on these orders to find these specimens at no matter what the cost.
Yeah.
To get these specimens back, right? Which are
The
these
crew
aliens.
is expendable.
Right.
Because, Android isn't going to be worried about it.
Yeah, he's got his own. You're beginning to figure out that he's got his own hidden agenda, his own hidden motivations.
Yeah.
So he's actually working against the crew, but he's also trying to do it in a way that he won't be found out, so he can get the aliens on board and head it back to the Earth.
I want to appreciate the depth of this set design here.
Yeah.
That like background.
Yeah.
Is just
Again, with the color, the green shirt, and I mean, there's the colors popping in and out of this movie all over the place. So you just don't really think about it because what we conceive is just like a big white space. But if you just look at it on just as a frame, it's like there's colors everywhere,
And I like that there's like the container of cereal right there.
Yeah,
Like, he's
yeah.
totally eating cereal out of like a little box, but you wouldn't really be paying attention to that.
No, yeah.
You'd be paying attention to what the people are saying.
Right. And those are, I mean, I sit around and fucking eat fucking cereal out of Tupperware too.
Yeah.
and the pictures taped to the wall. This is a lived-in space.
Yeah, they got the porno pictures and
Yeah.
shit. There's a Cadillac
That's
on the
somebody's
wall.
space right there.
Yeah.
So we as an audience already know something's not right. He's waking up. He's totally fine.
Well, we know he's not going to get away scot-free
No.
from being face raped by a fucking... look at that bustier, that girdle he's wearing, dude.
It's super
It's like a
sci-fi.
like a Botus or something. I don't know what that thing is. It's like...
Can we look at that little like thing behind Kane there? Is that like a stuffed animal or something?
I know, what is that?
Where
is
are
that
you
like
looking?
a microscope?
It's
or?
right behind him, right behind Kane.
Oh, in the
there.
windowsill?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a piece of technology or something.
Okay. It kind of looked like
It's just a weird shape.
It looked like a teddy bear, like on its
Yeah,
side.
that's
or
what I thought
something.
it was too.
It's like we want Kane to be comfortable over here.
These shots are all framed really nice too.
Yeah.
Oh,
And they're all just totally bullshitting him. It's like, oh, you're fine. He's
Everybody's
still
in
eating cereal.
denial.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all in denial. She's like such a baby face in this movie. Even if you compare it to like Ghostbusters, like, which is '84, so you're talking about
So, like,
5 years
5 years,
later. She
yeah.
looks so much older in that compared to this.
Yeah.
She's fresh out. There's the
so-
space beard.
This is the most iconic scene in the entire Alien franchise, in my opinion.
Well, I think in cinema ever.
Yeah.
It's one of the most iconic scenes ever.
Little background on this scene is that John Hurt is really the only other person who knew besides Ridley Scott that what was coming.
Yeah.
The rest of the crew totally didn't know what was coming. It was all filmed in one take with 4 cameras.
2 takes, 4 cameras.
Oh, 2 takes,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
mistake.
Yeah, but I just love how he's slopping down spaghetti, and he just loses his shit.
And it's just, everyone's like, oh, he's just joking. Oh, it's like, all right. Hey, well.
Gagging, retching.
And Ash just being stone cold.
He knows what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah. And he's there's no worry on his face.
by the way,
at all.
Ash is the only one wearing blue.
Ah, so fucking good. So this is
FYI.
all improvised, right?
Yeah, all improvised. Yeah, that's another thing. Ash is wearing blue. That's another nice color cue there.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
fucking epic, dude. It's like he's having a seizure, like.
And I'm sure at this point John Hurt knows what he needs to do, but the rest of the people don't. They're just acting and reacting, and that just makes it more real. And that's it's so good.
Yeah, what's her name? Fucking freaks out, and that was like apparently like a real reaction because she was like terrified of what was going on.
Yeah. And you can just see it in their face. You can see the real horror of it. That's real.
Yeah.
That's real horror.
Yeah. They really worked the scene out to have like a genuine impact on the actors or whatever. And even though that looks a little dated,
I think it still looks great.
it's still pretty cool. Like they've done some stuff in the newer movies that don't really do this kind of thing justice at all, you know. And it's just too bad, but
yeah.
Fuck.
you know, I really wish I could have.
That's the reaction. Yeah.
I really wish I could have experienced this whole scene for real in the theater, but you know, I was born in '77.
Yeah.
So by the time I came of age for this to really start creeping into my life, like it was already out of the box.
Yeah.
The surprise was already let out of the box. Like I already knew it was going to happen.
Immediately go from a white scene to just darkness.
Yeah. It's
Like
cool contrasting.
tone shift right there.
There was a little bit of trivia with that scene too. Is that then when they played this in a theater, I believe it was either in England or France. I can't remember which one. And Usher fainted at that scene. He totally passed out because.
Oh, what a pussy, dude!
No, but you got to think. No one's ever seen something like that before.
Usher, fuck Usher.
Not Usher Raymond, man.
Are you saying an Usher or
And
Usher?
Usher.
Oh, I think you
And
said
Usher.
Usher the fucking singer.
No. I'm talking about like when this
Gee,
movie
I was like,
in
fuck
theaters.
Usher. Who gives a shit what Usher did? Oh, and Usher in a theater.
Yes.
Well, it's just like when The Exorcist came out. Like people were like going in this fucking seizures and shit. You know,
Seriously?
like freaking out. Like they were convinced that if you watched the movie, it was gonna possess you and all this stuff. And it was hysteria, basically. You know.
How unceremonious was that? And just like,
Yeah.
well, he's dead. Jettison him out.
Yeah,
Like,
they just
like
shit
the
him out of the
garbage.
ship.
Like the garbage.
Yeah.
And
No pomp and circumstance like Spock and
Yeah.
Wrath of Khan or whatever.
No slow motion either. It was like
Right.
slingshot.
It was like a spitball. It's like flying through space.
Why do you have a cattle prod on the ship full of miners?
You never know. You might come into a space cow.
Yeah, it was an emergency.
Actually, I think
kit.
it is a cattle prod. I know they got
No,
a
I think
flamethrower too, don't
They were talking about how he like pretty much invented it. He
jerry rigged it.
yeah,
Oh,
he
okay.
jury rigged it together.
Okay.
The crazy old coot is an engineer then.
Yeah.
Well, it's like he takes care of spaceships or something.
Yeah.
And just this preparation scene, just like, this is what we got. We are screwed, guys.
It's
Are
like
we
that-
pretty much in agreement that Lambert's like our least favorite character? Of the
Oh
crew?
yeah, I hate her. She's
She's
total
a whiny biatch, right?
bitch. I'd say the other word, but I don't want to.
the C word?
too much.
So
yeah.
real world, this is like Apollo 13, where they're like trying to figure out what they can do to salvage their lives, and it's like this is all we got.
It's like putting your change on a table. So what can we buy with this amount of money?
Yeah.
Where do you get chewing gum? Oh no,
Well, he's been chewing on gum like this whole movie. I imagine he's got like a stash of it somewhere. And he just doesn't share.
that seems like a luxury supply.
He's
on a
always
spaceship.
eating beef jerky or something.
Maybe it's just him chewing on paper or something. Who knows? He's got an oral fixation.
Mm-hmm.
And this kind of looks like guts to me. I think just all the
Yeah.
tubes and everything, just like intestines.
Yeah.
You're in the bowels of the ship.
literal.
Yeah,
It has a very organic feel to it.
yeah. Which is kind of a reflection of the space jockey ship.
Except all the hard lines, the octagonal like
Yeah.
angles.
Which is
Octagonal shapes.
You got to
Yeah.
think which is aesthetically pleasing to a human. Like you want those angles, you want those very straight edges, while the spaceship that they find was very organic.
And it's a nod to Kubrick too, because Kubrick was all about that single point perspective and having those lines just be so crisp. And then Ridley Scott's like, nah, fuck that.
Yeah.
Screw that noise.
Again with his atmosphere motif. you know.
Yeah.
Whereas like 2001 was like very sterile, you know.
Yeah.
And crisp and just
I like that they're all thinking, oh, he's still going to be this little guy. There's no way he can get any bigger than that in this short amount of time. And they are so wrong. And just this another very tense, another single shot scene where it's just slow burn.
Yeah.
And we're going to get the net. We're going to get you with this net.
It's just great how like engaging this movie is, and it's like we're an hour and 2 minutes in, and there's no monster yet.
Yeah.
I mean, well, yeah, there was a baby monster, but and the facehugger, but not the main antagonist or the main
It's like
creature.
not seeing Jason until like the movie's like 3/4 of the way over.
Yeah, I mean, it essentially is, but those movies are such a different
we have
thing, you know.
Yeah.
we have literal atmosphere right
Yeah.
now. Because it's like, why would that fog be there on the ship?
Well, I'd like to think that this is like near the engine room, and the engine just like runs hot and has steam coming off of it and stuff like that. And what is this room specifically? Like a storage room?
It's like a storage space or
Yeah.
something.
And we got this astronaut suits.
Yeah.
Even the way those are piled into the corner like
Yeah.
that is creepy, you know.
It's like just a charnel house.
So this movie was set in like 21, 22. Do you think we will actually be at this point in that time, to where we can space travel and everything?
Traveling light speed.
That's like about 100 years from now, give or take.
A little
so,
over 100
yeah.
years.
Dude, the way the fucking technology is doubling all the time, it's just like I wouldn't doubt it unless we like kill ourselves, blow ourselves up
That's
before
very
then.
possible.
I don't think that our space exploration has stalled. Like totally stalled.
Well, they're doing the SpaceX thing now. I mean, they got rid of the NASA thing has really slowed down, but this private, they call it the privatization of space travel,
Right.
With the Virgin Mobile or the Virgin Atlantic. What is it? The fucking SpaceX program.
Yeah.
The
And
Branson program.
Can we just take a second to appreciate the jump scare of the cat? We haven't seen the cat for
yeah.
at least a half hour.
They even threw in
in
a
this
jump
movie.
scare of the cat. I don't think it was played out at this point. You know, in cinema history, like
Yeah.
so many movies have jump scares with cats, but I think this is pretty early on.
Yeah.
So
If
you can't
there
really
was-
you can't really give them demerits for that, you know.
Yeah, this is before it was a cliche.
Right,
It's just like,
that's what I'm saying. Can we appreciate it though? Because they've purposefully not shown the cat for like
Yeah.
the last half hour of this movie.
Yeah, it's like they need to remind you this is a scary movie, you know,
Yeah.
for a minute.
and for some reason the cat is important and they have to capture it. And so here we have our first
Jonesy.
real victim because, hey, zoink, Scoob, let's split up.
Yeah. This is the classic fucking haunted house
Yeah.
trope where everybody splits up and they get knocked off one by
Nice
one.
framing.
Look how
on
how
Oh.
beautiful that is.
Beautiful.
It's so like
real.
But that
like
was
elegant, you know.
that was the second time that they had like a symmetry going on where it looked like there were eyes above them
Yeah.
looking down.
Dude,
When
what
you
is
walk
all
into
that
the
shit?
hall.
Like, how do they come up with all this? You know, it's like chrome plated.
Yeah.
You know, like just beautiful. Like it just you don't know what it is, but it makes sense for some reason.
And the fact that Mr. Harry Dean Stanton is so sweaty, you gotta think, oh, this gotta be like a humid, nasty room that's just
Yeah,
hot
yeah.
all the time.
And the backlighting. There's no direct lighting on his face. It's
Yeah.
all coming from the sides. Even though he's in a decently lit room.
Yeah.
He
They were
doesn't-
they were constantly getting sprayed down with glycerin for that sweaty effect.
And
I
we
guess.
got like what a 14 gauge engine right now over here.
Yeah, right.
and it's just dripping.
Oh, your carburetor's out.
There's your problem.
Oh, it's one of the mining equipments. You know, because they're miners. We haven't really even seen mining equipment up until
Yeah.
this point.
Uh-oh.
And then you're just like, oh shit.
Looks like that was all like stitched together from like used condoms or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really
Well,
gross.
the sides,
Oh.
the jaws of the alien itself is a bunch of shredded condoms.
Yeah. Yeah, I know they use a lot of like
Shredded condoms and KY jelly.
yeah.
And just such a slow zoom in. You got the color, and then you're going into a very monochrome room, just to show like there's danger in here. That's
Yeah.
the way I feel.
There's a lot of shadows.
Yeah.
And that's another take on the Kubrick style of like single point perspective and then turning it on its head.
Yeah. And just these hanging chains. What are these chains for?
Yeah, I know, right?
Just to be creepy.
Yeah.
This just feels almost like a Hellraiser movie at this point.
Yeah.
Which also was around this time period.
Was it?
Yeah, Hellraiser was late 70s, early 80s, somewhere around there.
I think Hellraiser was early 80s.
Well, the book definitely was, I think, came out.
Oh, yeah,
a few
Clive
years-
Barker.
Yeah, a few years earlier.
Another horror movie with, like, hardcore sexual overtones in it. The whole BDSM thing was a like direct thing from Clive Barker that they toned down a little bit. But it's
They
a
had to
very
really
hypersexual
scale it back.
movie.
Yeah. I watched that one recently for the first time, and I was like, wow, how did they get away with some of this stuff?
I love this shot right here.
Or he just kind of drifts down from the
Yeah,
ceiling.
that's just a normal like little thing that human beings do sometimes. You
Yeah.
know, like if you're really hot, like you fucking dump some water on your face or something.
Where's that water coming from? What is that water?
I think it's condensation from the engines.
I guess they were trying to explain it as like this ship was damaged or something, so like the certain systems weren't working correctly, and it was creating these like issues,
Little leaks.
Yeah, I mean they
I
have
don't
these
know.
like
As a person on the ship, I wouldn't just put my face under random leaking fluid.
yeah, it's like why is it? Yeah, no, it's like some kind of fucked up, especially when there's acid dripping around all over the place. Where
Texture. So much texture.
it's like why is it raining inside the ship?
Because it's
Look how-
Ridley
look how,
Scott.
like, very moist movie.
Oh,
Oh
man.
shit!
Oh, it's so good. Mm-hmm. This is the first reveal shot of the alien.
Finally, you get to see the alien.
What is that?
I guess Giger made a real direct point to not have eyeballs on the.
Well, actually, Giger designed it with eyeballs at first, and they just thought, no, to make it more soulless and more alien.
Oh, they did away with the eyes?
They took the eyeballs away.
Look at that thing.
What the fuck?
Okay, another scene in the director's cut.
I love that the
Is-
shots of the cat.
Oh, yeah. The director's cut showed Ripley and Parker coming in as Dean Stanton was being dragged away into the ceiling, and they tried to save him and couldn't. Which is what they're kind of talking about right now. It's basically a useless scene that
Yeah.
they could have cut, which they did, of course.
I
It's-
gotta watch that director's cut, dude.
It's creepy to see him like being dragged up into the ceiling and the two helpless people underneath like trying to save him, but
Yeah.
it's ultimately just slowed it down,
Yeah. Well, they had too much. I mean, it's too long of a movie. I mean,
Yeah.
they shot 3 hours and 12 minutes worth of movie,
Yeah.
and the movie is how long?
Hour and
An hour
57.
57. Yeah,
Which is
and then
kinda
they
long
and then they
for a
cut
horror
another
movie.
they cut another 12 minutes out of the final cut. So I would love to see some of the stuff that hit the fucking cutting room floor.
Yeah, I think they had found this footage in like a salt mine, which is actually a very common thing.
Yeah.
For films that have these old deleted scenes,
Yeah.
they put them in salt mines because they're dry and they're
Oh
cool.
yeah, and there's no real risk of fire or whatever.
Yeah. So they actually found it like I think in London or something like that, just a salt mine, and they put it back in for the 2003 director's cut.
Nice.
Yeah. So now they've finally come to realize that this beast is huge.
Yeah, they're fucked.
Yeah, this is like hope is dwindling.
Yeah.
Now, and then when it comes to the science, though, of it, like, how did that thing get so big so fast?
Yeah.
What was it consuming to be able to metamorphosize like
Maybe
that?
it's just the way that its genetics are set up to. I mean, if you look at like how quickly if a cat gets pregnant, it gives birth, like it doesn't take as long for it to gestate. The offspring inside of it, have them, and the cats grow up really, really fast. I mean, it's just one of those things you just suspend your disbelief. It's got some weird alien DNA,
I think it would have been an interesting maybe subplot is that they went to their food storage and like the food storage was completely gone.
Right.
Like it had been eating.
Like, because
all
what
their-
does this thing eat?
Yeah.
It's probably some crazy growth hormones in it or something.
Yeah. it's supposed to be like the ultimate being, the ultimate predator, Alien versus Predator. But really never shows what it eats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
And like other Alien movies, like the aliens don't really kill for fun. This is like the only movie where it kind of like it shows the alien is just sadistic and kills for fun. The other ones are just packs trying to protect their queen, pretty much.
Right.
So it's a little bit more development.
It's not necessarily killing
bit
for
of a-
necessity.
A little bit of an organic sphincter thing going
Yeah,
on right
right.
there.
Little butthole shot.
Yeah.
Oh, just the tightness and claustrophobia of this.
Yeah. I guess they built these shots through these like tubes. Like they actually got like giant pipes or something and built them out inside out. You know, like the interiors of them, so he could crawl through them.
Mm-hmm.
But they built this whole like ship interior and stuff. Like that's an ET shot right there, man.
Yeah.
But they built these interiors like, you know, the whole ship hallways and rooms and all was a whole giant set, which is so fucking badass, you know.
Yeah, we were talking about Event Horizon earlier today. There's a scene in Event Horizon that is very similar to this.
Yeah. Oh man, that's my favorite part too.
Yeah. Which is definitely, it's either ripped off or totally inspired by this scene right here.
He has to go into the computer data banks, which are like set up like this for some reason.
It looks exactly like this, except it's a green hallway instead
Yeah.
of, it's like lights and stuff. So.
It's all bright
Yeah.
and green, and then the lights go out.
Yeah. We hope to do Event Horizon in the future. But yeah, oh man, just...
Add it to the list. So many great sci-fi movies to do.
I'd be freaking out at this point.
Again,
Dude, would you want to be crawling through these like little tight tunnels with like a fucking...
Flamethrower.
Essentially like you're carrying like a cinder block in one hand and a clipboard in the other, and you're just like trying to shuffle through on your knees and shit, like knowing there's a deadly fucking creature around the corner. Oh man, I would be like hyperventilating.
Yeah.
just from sheer exhaustion, probably.
Ugh.
So he's trying to flush out the alien, right?
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
Corner it.
So I had to. I spent the summer one time clearing out the insulation in a crawl space that had been like soaked by like the rainfall.
Yeah.
And it was this kind of like close quarters, crawling on your belly, pulling this like wet fiberglass down. And to add an alien into that, I would just, even if it was broad daylight, it would just be full of nope.
Yeah.
I'd have just been like, no, you got to get somebody else to go in here and do this.
Well, he is the captain. He is the leader. And I guess he's taking full charge. It's like, I'm responsible for the rest of my men.
Yeah.
I have to do this.
Yeah, you just gotta...
Get your brass balls on, you know?
Yeah, you just gotta take the hit for the team or whatever.
Yeah.
He, seems to be, like, keeping it together pretty well at this point.
Yeah. Well, that just could be Tom Skerritt, too.
Yeah. Fucking, what's his name from... What was the name of his character in Top Gun?
Oh, I don't remember. I actually haven't seen Top Gun in a long time.
Dude, I can't believe they're making a Top Gun 2.
That was Ridley Scott's brother.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Funny. Interesting.
That did that one. Yep.
Yeah, I can't remember his first name. But yeah, he passed away just a couple years ago.
Oh, yeah. It looks like they're playing Snake or something on that little machine.
Yeah, it's like the old games you would get on the old school cell phones.
KY jelly.
He's like, this would feel really good on my dick.
And here comes the point where he's just like, okay, it's time to get your
And again,
game.
we get like eye footage there.
Yeah.
Like you get that feeling of just somebody watching him with that shot right there.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm fucked.
Yeah, he's just, what am I going to do? And this is, like, look at those little headsets. That's, like, kind of a peek into the future. Headsets are getting, like...
Dude, they got headsets that look like that now for, like, customer service and shit.
Yeah. But I don't think that was a normal thing for the 70s.
No, not at all.
No, probably not, yeah. That's
Yeah.
probably just all concept.
So, more science fiction becoming science fact.
Yeah, right?
This is probably the audio I'm going to use for the very beginning of this.
your little soundbite.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, I love that shot. Like it's so weird because it's like that's like something you would see like in a ghost out of Ghostbusters or something, like a that action where it's reaching out because it's like a very creepy thing. Like, why would an alien do that? But that just makes it more creepy, you know? Like the way it reaches out with those webbed fingers and shit. It's very cool.
So another
shot.
Deleted scene from this movie that's put back into the director's cut is that Ripley finds Dallas, and he is being turned into a cocoon.
Oh yeah.
To be made into another facehugger.
Like they bring out in the later films, right? They do the cocooning and stuff in that.
Yeah. And what's his name? Brett, or Harry Dean Stanton, is already pretty much all the way there. There was like trace amounts of his face, so you could tell it was him, but he was long gone. He was, and Dallas is just like, Ripley, you gotta kill me.
See how like Ripley's face is kind of beat up?
Yeah.
Apparently she had a fight scene in the movie that got cut.
Yeah.
And that's why there's like she's got a nosebleed later. And it's just like, well, why is she all fucked up like that? And I guess they just cut the scene out, so
would have slowed it down, I guess.
Yeah. One thing they had to let go, I guess, in the final cut, but
Well, and that's the thing, like where they're bridging between sci-fi and horror, because a horror movie is a 90-minute thing. It's a 90-minute thrill ride. Sci-fi, you have to like build up the world and everything.
World building, yeah.
This is like just under 2 hours, right? So
Yeah.
that's pretty good. I'm satisfied with that.
Yeah.
Sometimes movies that go on for like 2.5 hours, it's just kind of like, you know, like you can enjoy
every
the
superhero movie's got to be 2.5 hours.
Yeah, like I can enjoy it on the first watch, but I can't go back and rewatch it because it's just like, I don't have the time, you know.
Parker here is just. He's just the working man. He's joking in like the very beginning. It's like, hey, we're gonna get full shares, right? And we're gonna get our paid, and they're just like, yeah, sure. And now he's just pissed off that he's trapped in here with all these people. Yeah. They killed his friend.
I gotta get home and binge watch Orange Is the New Black, guys.
Season 54.
Yeah. I mean, I would be pissed too if I was just like a plumber on a job, and next thing I know, I'm like trying to fight terrorists or something. Like, man, this is not my job description. Fuck you.
I'm here to unclog toilets, not fight ISIS.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's just now there's like nowhere to go. Like every room, the alien could be in there.
Yeah, they're just. Yeah, your paranoia is probably settling in at this point for sure.
Yeah. There's no chill.
There's no Netflix and chill on this shit.
So at this point in technology, I would imagine they'd have like full hologram, shows and stuff where you are part of the show.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
like fucking Star Trek Next Generation.
Yeah.
The holodeck.
Yeah. So we have some more 2001 kind of esque feel to this.
Yeah, I never noticed that each individual little light with the square has a label on it. I never noticed that. And many of my first viewings, I never noticed that detail.
I guess all of those lights are a different function for the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Who has time to remember all that, though?
Yeah. Well, I would think if something was going wrong, it'd be like a red light or something like that.
There we go with the projections on the face.
Yeah. Science officer, which is
she's starting to figure out that Ash is compromised. What is Special Order 66?
Oh no, all the Jedis. Kill all life forms.
Good.
And I think that became another stereotype too, with the scrolling text.
Yeah.
And he just shows up. There was like no door opening.
What?
Uh-oh. She's had enough of his shit. He does some really great acting in these scenes.
Yeah.
He's very bizarre,
And he's like retreating from her because he's like, this isn't like her. What is she doing? She's like trying to analyze it or something.
Yeah, he's computing everything at the moment.
Yeah.
Now, here's a question I have, too. Why would he need to communicate like by typing to the ship? Couldn't he communicate in binary if he's?
He's just 101100.
Yeah, right.
He's just saying it out loud. He's like, Ash, what are you doing? I'm totally not an android, guys. 101100.
Come on, guys. My name is Ash. You can't
guys.
get Ash from robotics.
I'm totally not an android, guys.
Look at her lacy butt. That's like the most impractical spacesuit.
Oh, it's so creepy.
Yeah, let's have all these laces in the like behind your back. See, it's a bloody nose.
Yeah.
Where did the bloody nose come from?
That's right. It's from the deleted fight scene, apparently.
And she's missing the bruise on her cheek now too.
Yeah.
Like the little one little drip of milk coming down his forehead.
Yeah.
Ah, what the?
Oh man, she fucked with her weave, man.
And it's not like a choreographed fight. This is very just, I'm going to toss you around. We're going to struggle.
It's like, don't we have enough shit to deal with an alien, guys? Now
This is just another layer on top of it.
Looks like he just got bukkakied.
Actually, it's not milk because Ridley Scott was just like, that milk's going to spoil. And it's going to smell real bad. And
compared to what? The fucking cow intestine?
Oh, well, apparently that doesn't smell as bad, but, it's spoiled milk.
Look at the porno
random porn.
pictures.
Yeah.
Eggs.
And like the eggs.
Yeah.
It's like, what are the things I like?
It's
tits and omelets. Yeah.
It must be Ron Swanson's punk.
I know, right?
All the bacon and eggs.
Can't get eggs in space. He likes Asians, apparently.
Yeah.
And the Casio watches.
No, he likes Hawaiians.
Oh, yeah, maybe she's Polynesian.
Whoa!
I just blew
Whoa!
that out of the water.
What is he doing with the rolled up fucking porno
Face
man?
rape.
Get more rape.
It's such a weird thing to do.
Yeah. And it's just so bizarre, and you're just trying to figure out what's going on. Because there's no hint. There's no real hint of him being an android or anything.
He's got super android retard strength or something. Boom.
So they just use mainly just water with white dye in it. Just,
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But the funny thing is, in Aliens, they did use milk, and it did spoil.
Oh,
and
really?
it gave what's his name?
What the fuck?
Fucking brained his ass.
What is his name? The guy who's played Bishop. It gave him like stomach virus because of his
Oh,
spoiled
jeez.
milk.
Okay, well, yeah. I can see that. Maybe he's lactose intolerant.
No, I think it was just him ingesting spoiled milk.
Yeah, right. Oh, it's so fucking awesome. That doesn't really hold up, but it's still cool though because it's a real thing, you know.
It creeps me the fuck out.
Look at the cracks in the fucking paint on the. Did you see that? Like,
Oh yeah.
That's just a little fucking detail that makes it look more weathered, you know? It's just so fucking cool, you know?
He's doing robot hands. I think
Yeah.
that's funny. Like he's the person doing the acting.
Like he's dancing a Devo or something.
Yeah. And I think, if I remember correctly, his innards are spaghetti, glass marbles, and onion rings.
Ugh.
That's so
Why?
cool. Those fiber optics. Just look at how great that looks.
Yeah.
You know, it just so grody and...
It's not what you expect a robot to be.
No, it's not. That's because it's not a robot.
Oh yeah, sorry, it's an
Android.
android.
It's not Android, all right?
It's an android.
Jesus Christ, man. Yeah, that's pretty cool, man.
This is definitely like an out of nowhere
Look how
type of thing.
gross. He's
Yeah.
looks like a Cinnabon there.
This is probably the least convincing part right here. Well, it wasn't a very clean cut. But
Okay, that definitely looks like he got bukkakied for sure.
Yeah. A bunch of Japanese businessmen just left. Because it went from the prosthetic to his head in like the same shot, but it wasn't a good cut. If they had done something where it was like a rotating camera where it came back around and it was the same shot, that'd be kind of, good. But out of the entire movie, that's not bad.
First, what the fuck, Ash? Second,
Oh, I'm sorry. I like Parker back there with the flamethrower just ready. He's gonna set the robot on fire. Android.
It's so weird. He just gives up all the information at this point.
Yeah, it's
I kind of have trouble with that logic because like, why did he do that? I mean, he's already fucked, you know.
Yeah. Maybe it's part of him, just being breaking down, or
just being sadistic, like throwing it in their faces.
Well, he does give them that really terrible smile at the end. There.
Yeah.
I do pity you. No, he's like staring directly into the camera right now too.
Yeah, I know.
So it's like addressing the
unnerving.
audience.
Yeah.
It's like you're feeling as Ripley right now.
I love the voice effects too.
Purity. It's another really tense scene. I mean, just because the pausing and what he says. We're all pretty fascinated by it right now.
I know we just got very quiet.
Yeah.
Like, shh, I'm trying to listen. Stop talking.
This is messing me up, guys.
What the fuck? Oh, look at Sigourney Weaver. She's so pretty.
Mm-hmm. We get to see a little bit of Sigourney's beaver later, too. Big old crotch shot.
Oh, that smile at the end.
That's
God.
it.
What?
Yeah, that.
James, you haven't seen this in a while, have you?
No, I haven't. It really is like out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like, guys, we're already dealing with this alien thing, and now we got to deal with a psychotic robot too.
Yep.
Well, they don't have to worry about the robot anymore, at least.
It's too bad he doesn't look a little bit more like him, but it works. It works anyway, you know.
I think if they didn't show the face, if it was like the back of the head, I think it'd be a little bit more convincing.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That is cool as shit. I love that.
So in the next movie, they have a similar countdown sequence, and it's like 15 minutes, and it's actually 15 minutes in the movie, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Not the same here, but, whatever.
Did they ever do the self-destruct sequence yet? Or no, that comes later, right?
What, in this movie?
She does the self-destruct.
Yeah. Because they just, like, screw the ship, screw the payload.
Well, everybody dies, and it's just her and the aliens, so she and the cat, Jonesy.
Spoilers.
Yeah, and then, so she sets the sequence for, like, 10 minutes or something.
Yeah.
And she gets into the,
Cryosleep.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the first F
Escape
word
ship.
they've thrown in here, I think.
Yeah. They might have said another F-bomb, like, earlier with, like, the improv and stuff, but...
Right.
It's already a rated R movie. They can do as many F-bombs as they want.
I know, but, like, again, sign of the times.
Yeah.
These are the cleanest talking miners I've ever met.
You just gotta think of, like, a miner today, and they're just like, fuck. Look at that model. Just look at it!
Oh,
It's so good.
Textures. So many textures. So many unnecessary textures inside of a spaceship.
But it's just a feast for the eyes. And it just... Another thing is, like, there's no air conditioning or something. Like, everyone's sweaty all the time.
That looks like Independence Day. When they're looking out from the ship.
Oh, yeah. It does, kind of. Hey, say hello to the nice Earthlings. That might be another movie we watch eventually.
Yeah. Again, lens flare properly applied.
When we flash shine a flashlight into the camera.
Also, when did his shirt get ripped?
When he was fighting Ash.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He was grabbing in, like, the robot hands.
Oh, yeah. Robot hand attack.
Good, Judy Chop.
I also want to point out that Ripley's got, like, Chuck All-Stars on. So
Yeah.
it's nice to know that Chucks are still popular 200 years in the future.
They're vintage.
Super vintage.
They're ancient.
That's like if I decided to wear some cobbled shoes from the 1700s.
Those sandals that lace up your leg. So now they're just getting what they need to survive.
These incredibly impractical doors.
Survival mode at this point.
Yeah. It's like, it's just us now. So in this time period, this is where Ripley finds Dallas.
In the director's cut.
In the director's cut, yes. And it's a pretty disturbing scene. If you guys have a chance to see it, it's actually pretty well done. That's a scene I wish they kept, because it was just a little too disturbing.
Well, I think that they've concentrated on a singular threat.
Yeah.
Introducing the android as a threat was kind of out of the blue, and to add a third element at this point would just be too much for the audience to be like, okay, not only is it an alien, but it's reproducing too on the ship.
Yeah, and that might be something that they were trying to do for a franchise thing. It's just like, well, we're going to have the queen later, and only the queen can make the eggs.
Did they know they were making a sequel?
Well,
at this point,
no,
I mean,
actually, like,
I don't think they.
Come
I don't think they could have predicted this movie would have been such a smash hit.
Yeah, it was like 7 years until the next movie came out. Right?
Yeah.
So
I probably already started to get that cult following kind of thing going on, and they were like, "Oh, let's make another one, alien movie. We'll call it Aliens, and there'll be more aliens in it. And that'll make it better." Not.
All right. Thematic shift here too. She ties her hair up in a previous scene, and now she's taken on a more
now she means business.
Yeah, now she's got a more aggressive role in the in how. Again, the jump scare with the cat.
God damn it, Jones! Oh no, twice in one movie. That's a.
She says it too. Jones, God damn it!
I know they got us twice, man.
Is a cat really that important? I guess to her it is. I think it was her cat anyway. Like, you could bring along a pet, I suppose.
I mean, I would try to go back for Loose Goose if I could.
And then a spotlight, just for no reason.
For dramatic.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's
cool
great.
Framing.
I love it.
Great framing.
That was the alien, by the way.
That definitely puts her, in the spotlight as the next victim or whatever, like literally.
Yeah.
Their stupid faces.
You couldn't really tell until the head. You could see the head, and it was like, that's not a human head. Because the alien is mostly human looking. And now...
Yeah, they actually casted the front part of the face from a skull.
Yeah.
Yeah. There is like a human skull in there.
Nice.
Another nice shot.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't see what happens. And that's another thing. It's just like, with horror, it's more effective if you don't see what happens, because your mind makes up what happens. And there's nothing scarier than your own imagination.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Jaws thing, where
Yeah.
you can't see the shark, but you know it's there.
And you never see the alien, like, fully. You only see bits of it, and you see shots of it. It's never straight on. You don't see it for long periods of time.
Yeah.
It's only in the film for 4 minutes.
James, did you know that the actor who played the alien in this movie was actually a graphic artist?
Oh.
And he was like this really tall, like 7'1" dude, and they just kind of randomly found the guy by accident and cast him in the movie. And they sent him to, I think, like, was it like mime school or something like that?
Yeah, it's a mime and dancing school.
Yeah, to like give him the physicality he needed for the role. But yeah, it was just a, what was a graphic artist back then? It wasn't like photoshopping. It was like...
Oh, that was actual like layouts, paste-ups.
Oh, the old school shit. Yeah, paste-ups and...
So there is fan speculation that Lambert is being raped by the alien. But in the novelization of this movie, it is said that the alien is shoving her into a vent that she is too big for. Yeah.
All right.
So she's basically getting crushed to death in a tiny hole.
She's getting stuffed into a tube.
Yeah.
I forgot what I was going to say. Oh.
It's alright. Slow down on your drinking, I guess.
You're cut off.
It happens. I forget all the time. You just gotta roll with it.
So, she's on her own now. Totally by herself.
Yep.
The extreme panic has set in.
Yeah.
Pissing pants probably has happened at least 3 times.
Oh yeah, but she's got her space diaper on, so it's all good.
Oh, I know what I was going to say. Has Doug Jones done anything with the newer stuff? Because he is, like, the best when it comes... Speaking of mimes. Like, that was the guy that did Abe Sapien in the Hellboy.
Oh,
movies.
yeah. I love that character.
And
really cool.
the dude with the eyes in Pan's Labyrinth.
Oh, yeah.
I want to say that he was probably one of the aliens in like 3 or 4.
Yeah?
I want to say, but I couldn't say.
You could always IMDb that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
The
want...
miracle of hand computers. Yeah, they didn't even have Palm Pilots in this fucking futuristic world, man. I love this. Look at somebody designed all this like little these little gadgets.
Just the amount of time and effort goes into every.
See, now I think she's
prop.
like squirting in her diaper right now because she's like, I'm gonna blow this fucker up.
And then just think about, she had to practice this procedure so that it looked natural for her to do it too.
Yeah.
But there's always a self-destruct sequence in ships.
Yeah, there always is.
Why?
Because it's a
Why,
good
though?
plot device, that's why. They do it in Star Trek.
They do it in
Fucking-
tons of stuff.
Yeah.
There's just... I want there to be a movie where just like, can we set it off the self-destruct? And the guy's like, why? We don't have a self-destruct. This is a regular ship.
Yeah, why would we blow up the ship?
They don't design that.
Yeah, what if one of your crew were like postal and like...
Yeah, just
Yeah.
killed everybody on the ship.
It's not like they have self-destruct sequences on like Navy ships or anything like that, you know?
And there's the cat.
Another jump
Cat's just
scare.
there like chilling.
What's up?
It's like, I really wish I had some catnip right now.
It just starts writhing around. It's another just dark scene.
Dude, that's such a fucking like overkill for a cat carrier.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That cat is in there just like, oh my god!
Dude, I want to get a cat carrier like that for my cat.
That is a military spec cat carrier.
That cat is suffocating in there. There's no windows. I can't breathe. Now, like the walls kind of look like the aliens.
Yeah, they fucks with your head with the lighting and stuff.
Yeah. Which kind of happens in a few minutes anyway. So it's like the ribs of the alien.
There's a really great H.R. Giger documentary. I think it's on Netflix.
Oh yeah.
And I watched it, and it's fucking amazing. There was so much about the dude that I did not know. Crazy, he like died falling downstairs or something in his house. But his house is like this crazy,
Dark.
he like lived in his own reality. Like it really is nuts.
The best artists do. Like Salvador Dali, man, that guy was nuts. But he had some of the craziest art. So
Yeah. That was kind of a subtle scene. I mean, we didn't really we didn't touch on that. Like she put down the cat carrier, and the alien like looked in and kind of tilted his head, like he wasn't sure what the creature was inside the cat box.
Huh.
I don't know did you guys notice that?
Yeah, I mean he gives the cat a pass. He doesn't fuck with the cat. I mean,
He's like, I don't want to. You're not interesting to me.
my genetics will not mesh sufficiently.
oh, okay. So the documentary is called Dark Star.
Oh,
H.R.
yeah.
Giger's.
Yeah, I've seen that.
It's 2014, and I saw it. It was on Netflix for a while. I think it might still be up there. But
I think it's a Netflix original documentary.
yeah,
so.
it's very, very good, man. Like if you're into learning about, artists and the mind of an artist, and it just goes into all these crazy like stories about how he helped out these like bands and stuff, and he's a very kind, gentle person,
Yeah.
but he just lived in a really warped sense of reality,
Yeah.
Mother. They could have like chimed in the Danzig right here.
Well, I think earlier in this movie she sings "Shining Star" by Madonna.
I don't think so, dude.
No?
Because Madonna was the 80s.
Well, she sang something like "Shining Star."
She did, but I think it was a coincidence. Because I don't think Shining Star, Lucky Star,
Oh, was it Lucky Star?
came out in like, it had to be like 4 or 5 years after this
Okay.
movie.
Shining Star is a 70s song, though.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lucky Star is
She improvised
Madonna.
that though, right? I mean,
Yeah.
she just kind of did that.
And
on her own.
like Ridley liked it so much, they had to pay so much money to get the rights for that. So
There's the fingers.
yeah, more fingers. That's more of like the more sexual thing, I guess. Fingers and
yeah,
genitalia.
getting diddled,
Getting diddled.
getting diddled,
Diddly.
doing some diddly Scott, diddling Scott.
That's good. So seizure warning to anybody who's
Yeah, right.
watching this
Seriously.
movie.
Guess they're trying to they use a lot of these sort of shots to influence their later movies, so there's a lot of orange.
Yeah.
And like what, part 3 or something?
Yeah, part 3, the orange prison. It's just an orange palette. That was really the only movie where Ridley gets laid, too. Because there's definitely, like, huge sexual tension between her and Michael Biehn for, like, the entire movie.
She finally gets the D in that one.
Yeah, which is, what's his name? The guy who plays, Lannister. Like, the head Lannister guy from Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
They bone.
I had this teacher, I took a World War II class in college, and he would say, organisms under stress tend to copulate. Which is very true.
Yeah.
You know?
When you're stressed out, you want a bone.
Mm-hmm. It's healthy, you know?
But all she's got is a pussy.
Badoom ching. Hello, is this thing on? Hello.
James is full of dad jokes.
Oh, yeah.
Because he is the dad.
Very, very dated.
This is a nice, another tense scene where she's just, where am I going to go? Or how am I going to get out of here?
The cat's like, dude. WTF, man.
That cat is like gonna have some brain trauma after that.
And then we have the two symmetrical lights right there. Again, eyes. Like watching you kind of thing. They're everywhere.
So now comes the part where you're kind of wondering, like, how did the alien get on that ship before she took off? Because the alien totally does. Spoilers. Because the doors were all shut. Did he know how to open the doors?
It's like a raptor.
Oh. Shoot her!
If you guys listen to the actual disc commentary for this movie, Harry Dean Stanton has some really funny quips.
He seems like a funny guy.
Yeah, he was like saying shit like on the set, like when they were like shooting scenes. He'd be like a really serious scene, and they would like be asking him a question. He'd be like, "I love pussy," just like randomly throw it out there. I was laughing so hard last night. I was like, "Dude, this guy's awesome. I love it."
Guy's still kicking too.
I know, dude. He was great in Big Love, that HBO series.
Yeah.
It's little. Oh yeah, so the ship blows up, but she's on the escape pod ship, and little does she know, there's a stowaway.
The 8th passenger.
Mm-hmm. The 8th passenger.
It's just the 3rd passenger at this point.
Yeah. Alright, this movie totally made me lose my chill when they made the explosion have sound. In space, there'd be no sound. I mean, come on. Your subtitle for this movie in space, no one can hear you scream. That goes for explosions too, okay? Jesus.
That's a cool fucking explosion, though. I mean, it's a visual trip, you know?
If this was directed by George Lucas, they'd come out with a special edition where the explosion has another ring to it.
Mm-hmm.
Why did it have to explode 3 times?
It's very thorough self-destruction. She's like, it's over now. I can
diddle my bean.
I can pet my pussy.
I like that we went to the same spot.
But again,
yeah, we're perverted. Who cares?
Like, why does a mining station have to have that thorough of a destruction sequence?
Because movie.
Because movie.
Okay.
Because it looks cool. That's why.
Don't front.
More bang for your buck.
Don't be fronting. Yep. And she just, like, lets go of all of her waste out of her bowels.
She's like, I need to change my diaper. Oh,
Got
Jonesy. Jonesy made it.
Thank goodness.
That way she has some food on the trip. No?
Huh?
Right.
What was that? Sorry? Oh, she has some food on the trip. Okay. I thought she
she's gonna have some, like...
She's totally gonna eat the cat, guys.
Some fucking cat chop suey later on.
I thought you were saying, do they have food for the cat? And I was just like, probably not.
Yeah, I'm sure they have some Meow Mix on board.
Does the cat go in cryostasis like the rest of them?
Well, it's a life form, right? They'd have to.
I mean, like...
Cats only lived to be like 15 at the longest.
Do they make a separate pod? That's just weird. Why?
Yeah.
Why would you put a separate pod for
Well,
one
I'm pretty sure
cat?
there's like, what, 5 spare pods at this point?
Well, yeah, okay, fine.
Everybody else died.
Got
Well,
plenty
where
of
was
bed
it before,
space.
though?
Yeah, they have plenty of beds. It'd be funny if they had like a little cat size, little pod with a little thing that lifted up and down.
And like pets the cat, and there's like a little hand with the glove comes out and pets it.
No, there's just like a little doggy door that runs in and it seals off.
You know what this movie doesn't have? Titillation. It needs more titillation.
Oh, it has panty shots, so.
This is the decompression mode. It's like,
Story.
goddamn.
We
We're
need
done.
you in your panties.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I'm
Too bad she's
complaining.
got no backside, though.
Yeah. She is a white girl. I mean, it happens.
She got no badonkadonk.
still wearing her Fitbit, though. Gotta get her steps
That's
in.
like the 80s classic Casio calculator watch, you
Yeah.
know?
I like she just tosses her necklace. It's very realistic. It's just like, I'm going to be the only one here. I might as well just toss it wherever.
Look at that. There's like nothing for that panties to hang on to there. It's just
Yeah.
like,
You can totally see the alien
that
right
shit's
now.
like flat, dude.
What?
You can totally see the alien right now.
Yeah.
And I think that was part of the deal, is just like how much it, matches the
Yeah.
sides.
It's like taking a nap.
Yeah.
He's taking a power nap.
What's up, girl?
He's like, bitch, I was sleeping.
I got done eating your friends and got a little bit of the itis.
Yeah, he's not very motivated to fuck with her shit, though. He's just, I just want to take a nap right now.
He's just basically swatted her away. He's like, go away.
He's like, it took me 10 minutes to get into the spot.
Bam.
I'm not getting out. He's like, well, I don't know how to fly one of these things, so I'll let you live.
And the one of the alternate endings is the alien actually does kill her and is able to imitate her voice.
Oh, I think it, like, decapitates her or something.
Yeah.
Rips her head off or something.
And the alien sends out an SOS, is like, please rescue me.
Oh, yeah. I think
Yeah.
Ridley wanted her to get her head ripped off, and the studio said no or something.
It's just a little too dark. No, I think they actually did record, like, the voiceover part. Like, there's a part where you can hear what she says.
Yeah,
But they never,
it would be
like-
really fucked up if the fucking alien was like, oh, hey, what's up? This is, whatever, just like doing like a regular person's voice, which is,
Yeah.
look at that fucking bush shot, dude.
Bush-
Sigourney's beaver. It's like, he's like right up in there, like in a porno shot, dude.
You gotta get that titillation, man.
I think they had like they must have had like some sort of thump thing in
Boner.
there. He's like, oh, crotch shot.
Yeah.
But it looks like they filled out her junk with something, They didn't want to have the camel toe in there. or
Well,
whatever.
it's like, the Return of the Living Dead, where the one girl had to wear the prosthetic pussy.
Oh,
because-
yeah. Linnea Quigley had to have like a vagina plug or something.
Yeah, like a
Just
patch or
like
something.
a patch over her creases.
She, like, shaved, but the director was just like, this doesn't look right. Let's put this little patch on top of it.
James is like checked out. He's like, this is not the commentary I signed on for.
No, I'm just trying to figure out like how she's gonna get out of this because I've forgotten.
Oh, yeah.
You're just sucked into the movie.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
sorry.
it's a great movie.
At least you didn't fall asleep like that other guy did.
Just those added textures to the helmet there.
Oh, no, they're
Yeah,
so
like,
cool. That's like, they didn't have to do that, dude.
I just want to study it. I want like a still, and I just want to look
Yeah,
at all
yeah.
the little design choices.
Somebody had to like, I don't know,
Also-
like hand carve that out or something.
They hid the camera because you don't see it in the reflection of the helmet there.
Yeah. Look at these extra pads. I don't know what these
Yeah.
extra, like,
What are those for?
in case they run
Hockey pads.
the hockey pads. This alien's just been chilling out. I mean,
Yeah, like why is he even there? Why is he lethargic right now?
it's like,
He's full. He's been eating people.
yeah, he's just like, I got a tummy ache.
Here it is.
She's ready to do battle. That's why she's got the pads on.
There you go. You are my lucky star.
Oh yeah. I thought I guess that was it. That was earlier, but she's just like reprising it.
Maybe I'm wrong. I thought I could have sworn Lucky Star was the 80s though. You know?
But that's not the same song as Madonna.
okay.
Yeah, it's just coincidence. Maybe Madonna ripped off this movie.
Yeah, maybe she was a fan of Ridley Scott. I think Like a Virgin is, Blade Runner.
I mean, that song is very much like almost like a nursery rhyme. It's so simple.
Yeah.
You know?
Like a Virgin?
Shut up.
Like a virgin. I love the Reservoir Dogs Quentin Tarantino scene about that
man.
song.
Yeah.
Dick, 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 dick.
He
song
fucks
about-
her, and it hurts her. Like the first time. Such a twisted dialogue.
What is going on right now? Did she turn the air off?
Yeah, she's flushing him out with like.
Yeah, she's in the suit, so she can breathe, but she vacuumed out the oxygen or something, right?
I don't even know if it's that. I think she's like putting on like the sprinkler system or something. And it's just messing with them. It's like, dude, I was comfortable.
She's venting gases or something.
Yeah.
What if it's just like methane, like canned farts from like all their travels, you know?
Because I don't think the alien. I don't think the alien breathes.
Oh, there's that classic.
It's kind of humanoid, right? So it might breathe. It's got a mouth.
There it goes.
Boom, son.
Right out the airlock.
It reminds me of Zerum from Iria.
Eerie.
Oh, shit.
But whoops, he's still on.
This is pretty cool shots, though.
Yeah. It's interesting. I'd like to know how they got the 0G look. I guess it.
Boom.
And there he goes.
Yeah, I wonder how they did that, man. They must have had it hanging
Maybe,
down or something.
yeah, like they were from below and they were shooting up.
Had to have been like wire work or
Yeah.
something involved in it.
And there goes the actor who played the alien, never to be seen again.
Yeah, he died of like AIDS or something, I think.
Oh man, that's sad.
Yeah, he didn't make it,
Oh.
but he played a good alien though.
There's also a deleted scene when Lambert gets killed where the alien crab walks.
Oh my god, I'm glad that one's gone.
That one was a little silly. And I'm glad they deleted that one.
Yeah, I guess not everything works, you know.
And this is the dialogue that, or monologue, I should say, that Sigourney Weaver read to convince Ripley Scott that she's right for the part.
I take it back. He did not die of AIDS. That was my bad. It was
Oh.
sickle cell anemia.
A
A little bit different.
Still
so
sucks.
Yeah, it still sucks. He was only 39, dude. That's my age. It's fucked up. Short life. He was from Africa, Nigeria.
And he's also 7 feet tall, so I mean.
Yeah, those people don't live long because
Yeah.
their organs can't sustain their body.
Gravity, man.
Yeah.
Gravity's gonna weigh heavier on you too.
Yep.
All right, so that's pretty much Alien. I don't think there's anything else. I think credits about to roll.
Hey, there's 2 more minutes, all right?
I think that's 2 minutes of credits.
2 minutes of credits. Oh, yeah, is at the
Yeah.
very, very end?
Yeah, this should be the end right here.
It's a great way to end it with the her going into space.
Yep, there you go. And that was Aliens, ladies and
That,
gentlemen.
that fucking blew by, man. That was fast.
Yeah.
And I just watched it last night,
Yep.
and it was still fast. I mean, watching it with other people and talking about it helps, but
Yeah.
still, as a slow burn,
Yeah.
to have it go so fast is just a testament to how fucking fun this movie
It
is.
engages you.
Yeah, it really does. You get sucked into all the
Yeah.
detail and looking at it, and experiencing the visuals. You know,
Yeah.
H.R. Geiger.
Yeah.
he apparently Giger sued the 20th Century Fox for for not getting enough screen credit, and won
Yeah.
the lawsuit.
But he kept coming back, doing the other Alien
Yeah,
movies,
yeah.
so he apparently loves doing it.
I mean, it's weird that it's his like claim to fame, you know. But if you look at one of his art books, I mean, they are wild. Dude.
Yeah. It's beautiful art.
Oh, it's incredible. It's just, he's a visionary, you know? He's just one of those people who sucks you into his own world, you know? It's like, he was gifted
Yeah.
with a vision, you know?
Yeah. Couldn't handle stairs, though.
Apparently not. No, he's old and sick.
That's a horrible thing to say. But
Yeah, he was asking for an accident to happen, I think, and living in his weird little, his weird little space, but
yeah.
definitely check out that not commentary, documentary.
Yeah.
It's a good one for sure.
Should still be on
Fascinating
Netflix,
stuff.
so hopefully.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I mean...
Yeah, I mean, I guess we're pretty much done for the commentary. I guess we could just talk on, like, this movie is, like, one of my favorite sci-fi movies, and it actually took me a long time to see it, because I'd only seen bits and pieces of it growing up, and I think it was only, like, maybe 5-6 years ago where I actually saw it, like, for the full length of it, and I was like, this movie's amazing.
Yeah.
So, I'm glad we started off strong, because I know I'm going to do a lot of shitty sci-fi movies, and we'll probably have a lot of laughs about it.
Start with the best and work our way down.
Yeah.
Or something, you know?
It's a nice little roller coaster there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, what do you think about it, Josh?
You know, this is one of those movies growing up, you know, because I was born in 1977, so, I mean, this was always on, you know, people talked about this movie a lot growing up and stuff, and I just always grew up with, like, the knowledge of it being so well respected and regaled as, like, a fucking amazing movie and all that, and I was like, whatever. And then, you know, I would see it and I was just like, this is boring, you know, because I wanted like, results. I wanted, you know, I mean, I was, like, looking at Star Wars and Indiana Jones, and it was just nonstop excitement, you know?
Yeah.
And instant gratification, and this movie's not instant gratification.
No.
In terms of, like, you know, action happening constantly, or, you know, it's a slower movie, and so I wasn't into it when I was a kid. I was just like, you know, chest bursters seem cool.
Yeah.
But I don't really get the respect angle, or, you know, why people like it so much. And as I got older, and as I keep getting older, I just appreciate it more and more and more. And it definitely is a fucking amazing movie, right on the line of two genres, you know, a film. It was a brilliant vision, you know, by Ridley Scott and his, you know, the people that worked on the film and Giger and everything. So it was a great a great example of what collaborating on a creative project can do.
Yeah.
And it's the detail is amazing. I just really respect it. It's fucking awesome. I consider it a film and not a movie.
Yeah.
And every time I see it, it just gets better. So, you know, I would say this is definitely a 5 out of 5 for me in terms of ranking a movie. Like, it's top notch. Like, you
masterpiece.
It can't be, obviously, as we know nowadays, it can't even be replicated, not even by the original director.
Yeah.
You know, in terms of how special it is. So that's all I'll say about it. It's definitely 5 out of 5. What about you, James?
Oh yeah, it's definitely up there. It's top sci-fi / horror movies. So many inspirations that come from this. You can just tell from the way the ship's designed, the lens flares I kept pointing out. J.J. Abrams definitely watched this in high school.
It's such an inspired movie, you know. Yeah. It's inspired by people's creative visions.
And there's so much lore in it, like, that is referenced in other things too, like the whole acid blood thing. It's just such an iconic, like,
it's
thing.
a groundbreaker, you know.
And just to have that idea of, like, a life form that is so alien that its pH balance will cut through your ship. That's, like, it's just great and yet there's so many familiar things about it. And to Prometheus's credit, they kind of reference why there's a familiarity to the alien. But yeah, like the blend of sci-fi, and the best sci-fi out there is the stuff that makes you afraid of the unknown.
Yeah.
And afraid of the consequences of scientific advancement.
Yeah.
And that's what... And so, yes, it's a horror movie, but really that just means it's that much stronger of a sci-fi movie.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's one of those things where it's lightning in a bottle. It's just incredible, brilliant thing, and there was nothing like it before it.
There hasn't really been a thing like it since either, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, there's things that kind of follow in its footsteps, you know, and they can consider, you know, the Alien quadrilogy and the new movies.
Yeah.
They just don't have that special star quality to it, you know?
Yeah, they don't have, like, the right writer, the right director, the right cast. Yeah. There's just something about it that just can't replicate.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, you cared about most of these people on this ship.
Yeah.
I mean, except for the other girl.
I think Lambert was the one everybody was just like,
Well,
oh, I'm glad she's dead.
You're always gonna have that annoying cannon fire character that
Yeah.
you just that you can get that satisfying kill from. It's like finally got rid of her. But yeah, I mean, it goes without saying, if you don't like this fucking movie, then you don't understand film.
Yeah.
Not to be judgmental of anyone, but trust me, if you're a youngster and you don't like this movie now, give it 10, 20 years and you'll like it, I guarantee it. Because once you go through decades of watching movies and you compare it, it holds up so much better than modern movies do,
And it's nearly 40 years old.
Yeah, it's 2 years away from 40.
Yeah.
I wonder if they'll do anything for the 40th anniversary.
I hope they come out with like another good Alien movie.
Well, I'll just be happy if they put it in the theater.
Yeah.
And I can go see it on a big screen.
Oh, yeah.
Not in 3D or anything like that. Not on IMAX. Just on a nice big screen where hopefully not a lot of people will show up.
Yeah.
And I can just put my feet up and eat have a giant popcorn and just have a giant nerd boner and enjoy it.
Yeah. So I think we're pretty good for this one, eh?
Yeah. You want to just real quick, if you guys want to check out the R-rated horror commentary podcast on YouTube. And also, for Josh James, you can find me at joshjamescreative.com or facebook.com/joshjamescreative. I'm an artist. I do commissions. And I'm interested in all kinds of creative projects. If you guys want to reach out, just hit me up. Send me an email. You can email R-rated horror commentary podcast at R-rated horror. It's rratedhorror@gmail.com. Or you can always just leave comments below. And definitely subscribe to the R-rated horror or the R-rated Sci-Fi podcast channel.
Yeah.
And
yeah, pretty much. You nailed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is Brian Lee. I'm at thefullbleedart.net, and pretty much all Josh said, he did my job for me. It's all good though. It's he's letting me take over for Sci-Fi.
Yeah.
So
you can tell I've done those rambles a few times. So it just
and
rolls off the tongue
I
for
don't
me.
even mind one bit. It helps me learn for the future too. So.
It's not an official commentary unless I whore myself out at the end. So, you got anything you want to promote?
Oh, sure, yeah. This is James Lee. I would like to mention that you may hear my voice in Cape Swoosh Productions' Avengers Disassembled and the upcoming Suicide Squad Black Vault. I play a couple of bit characters. You can also hear me on the Weekly Jump, which is the How Do I Jump weekly gamer news source. Brian sometimes shows up on that one too.
Sure. Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah. You guys definitely check out those. They're basically like voiceover, or they're like read out versions of these comics, right?
Yeah. Cape Swoosh does audio drama adaptations of famous graphic novels. They've done The Killing Joke. They've done Kingdom Come. Avengers Disassembled is one of their more recent ones. They did Batman 66 Meets the Green Hornet, which was the Kevin Smith run, which was so good.
Is there like an iTunes or website or something?
You can find them on YouTube with Cape Swoosh.
Cape Swoosh.
Yeah.
SWOOSH?
Yes.
Okay.
Cape Swoosh Productions.
There you go. Well, that'll be in the link description or the comments for this website, so you guys can find it really, really easy.
Yeah,
And
absolutely. I think we're good for this episode.
Yeah. Thanks a lot for hanging out with us, guys.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
And I guess we'll keep it R-rated, right?
Okay, so that was my first ever R-rated sci-fi commentary. This is your host, Brian Lee. I had special guest Josh James from R-rated horror commentary, and my very own brother James Lee, who is currently working with Cape Swoosh Productions. So we're going to try and get Aliens out in a couple weeks, maybe a month. I don't know what my schedule's going to be right now, but we're going to try and keep it on a regular basis. We're going to do a bunch of the big name sci-fi movies like The Thing and Back to the Future, and try and get a few campy ones out there too, because we just love to watch B movies. And I'm going to have a regular revolving door of guests. Hopefully James will be back on a regular basis. And of course Josh James from R-rated horror commentary will be back to do some more of the crossover horror sci-fi genre and vice versa. But I want to thank you all for listening, and keep it R-rated. See you later.